Coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Packlease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Packlease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Heavy Duty Magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannons Home and Contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannons.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannons Home and Contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannons.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Packlease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days, and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Packlease for the past 3 years, and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need, and we love being partnered with them.
Hey everyone, are you in business for yourself? Maybe you own and run a transport business and are eyeing off a new truck or trailer, or maybe you're a tradesman needing another essential tool. Well, here's a game changer for you. Check out Credit One Equipment Finance. They are Australia's top choice for financing for good reason. Whether it's transport, construction, farming, or any trade, Credit One Equipment Finance is perfect for your business. No matter your industry or equipment needs, Credit One Equipment Finance is your go-to solution. They understand that growing your business means having the right equipment and tools, which often requires substantial investment. With Credit One's diverse finance options, you can acquire your excavator, van, truck, crane, or whatever your job demands. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out over 1,800 glowing 5-star reviews on Google. That's right, 1,800 and counting. For competitive rates and solutions that beat the banks, and for lightning fast loan approvals, visit www.creditoneequipmentfinance.com.au or click the link in the video description below. Empower your business today with Credit One Equipment Finance.
Heavy Duty Magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs, and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sydney Dragway. It is Aeroflow Race for Real. It's a theme night tonight, JDM versus the world. My name's Stuart White, also known as the Pocket Rocket. How is everybody here today at Sydney Dragway? We've got lots of kids here tonight. G'day, guys. Joining me in commentary, the man, the myth, the legend. I always say it, he bleeds red. He'd rather have a garage full of Tiranas. Mark Thomas, how are you, brother?
Hey, Stewie, sensational, mate. Love the intro. Yeah, mate, JDM, absolutely. Gotta love it.
Oh, I love JDM. It's right up my alley. G'day to everybody. It's watching via Facebook and particularly on YouTube. Adam Heron. G'day, Adam. How are you, mate? Glad to see you've tuned in. Of course, Brian, who's watching from the UK. G'day, Brian. How are you, mate? Paul Spillman, Fisho. Beautiful. Tell you what, we've got a little bit of cloud out here, but I can tell you one thing, it is not going to get wet on us, guys. So I got wet this morning washing the utes, but...
That's it. It doesn't go any further than that.
It doesn't go any further than that. So make sure you bring the family out. We've got to get a few more JDM cars here. It looks like the world's going to beat us. Now, we've got a tally apparently that's going to be happening. So, yeah, if you are into... JDM is... JDM versus the world. So JDM won, the world won at the moment. So we've got plenty of racing. Sammy Joe's here tonight and Brett Stutchby and the guys from Dialed In Racing. G'day, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys, they're always out here, aren't they?
Oh, they certainly are. And they're great supporters of Sydney Dragway.
Absolutely.
Ross, the boss Bilby, is here tonight as well. G'day, Ross. I did see Dave out there as well. He's racing tonight. I haven't seen him for a little while.
Muscat?
Yeah, Dave
Oh,
Muscat.
really? Yeah.
Dave
Okay,
Muscat's
yeah, I
having
haven't seen him for ages. What's he out in the Mini?
No, I think he's out in the SUV.
Okay.
Tonight? No, he didn't bring the Mini. Go. But
it's too quick for him.
Oh, I think so. I think he's trying to save money and get that dragster finished.
Yeah, that's an anniversary job, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon.
Well,
Yeah.
we got the LH Tirana up against the Falcon.
Yeah, Peach Terps, that was a Hyundai N that just went down. Oh, man, this one's tight. 1270 to a 1336. Unfortunately, in the rocket lane, just jumped the gun a little bit too quick on the lights, but a .450 as one of our regulars is out in the Falcon. Of course, these guys, father and son, they love their drag racing, but they also love their burnouts.
It looks like it's got a new little belt in the bum by the looks of it. Something, haven't seen that on there before.
No.
No good.
Oh, the Falcon just moving a little bit off the start line. You can see the chatterbox off the line in the Aeroflow lane, but a 1297 with a 4. Hey, look what's downstairs. It's bright yellow. It's got a Jenkins performance sticker on the rear end of it. The big Falcon about to take on the BMW. I'll tell you what, Mark, that is one sweet-looking Falcon.
It is absolutely, yep. And James at Jenkins Race Engines does a great job. And, mate, this thing is pretty stout. So it goes out at a 1.7 in the 60. Nice and strong.
Now, just on a bit of a personal note, I thought I'll get this out of the way a little bit early. Just wanted to send my condolences out to Greg Elthworthy's family and friends. I know that there are possibly a lot of people that might be watching at Hornsby, the Hornsby Inn. I did mention to them that I would do a shout out. Unfortunately, Greg was a good friend of mine who I used to do radio with Triple HFM. Unfortunately, he passed away recently.
No, that's no good at all, mate.
So, yeah, just to Greg's family and friends, I send my condolences. And, yeah, nobody likes it, but that's unfortunately
it's part of life, isn't it?
It is part of life, as sad as it is. But tonight, Greg will be looking down on us, and he'll be enjoying the racing from here at Sydney Dragway. JDM versus the world. Currently 1-1 at the moment. This is going to be like calling a soccer match. But, you know, as long as it doesn't end up like 3-2 or one lopsided. I reckon we just split it in half.
Just give them 2 points.
I reckon just split.
They're going to need the help.
Oh, here we go. hey, I'll tell you, if we get some Supras come out here, you'll be watching what you're saying. All right, we might get some 2Js out here. No, that's not JDM. That's like you know, German versus Yankee. It's Euro versus Aussie. Yeah. Now this Creative Customs Ute, Mark and I were just talking about this. Twin turbo, it's got an LS motor in it. I'm presuming it's a 5.7 litre, but hey, I could be wrong. But it's got a couple of very big turbos that are popping out of the bonnet.
And they're not too inconspicuous, are they?
No. But he was only running sports tyres on the rear end of it. He wasn't running slicks.
Well, just jabbing the brakes real early. Looks like he's just rolling through there, Stu.
Yeah, 2.18 in the 60 mark. I kind of expected that maybe to go a little bit quicker, but just bear in mind too, the track today has had a bit of a scrape. So it's been scraped to the end of the burnout pad or the 330-foot mark.
Yeah, so maybe the guy in the UT is just putting in a little bit of a soft pass, just feeling out the track, see what it's like before he starts putting a bit of power into it.
All right, we've got our regular back again. The two, I think they're brothers, but in the Falcon.
Oh, look at the 60 on that thing.
Yeah, 1.40 in the 60 from the big Falcon. The 302. From memory, I think it's underneath the bottom of that car, an 1150 with an iron, and that's got a big set of slicks on the rear end of it.
Look how much he's backed it down, 77 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He got out of that real early.
Well, he's got a passenger too.
Yep.
As we got the Statesman, look out, taking on the Mazda RX-8. Yes, Stevie, rotor power. Now, I have been told, you two, while you're actually up here in the studio,
yes,
just everybody that's watching via YouTube, I had a chat with an absolute legend of Australian motorsport commentary, and I had a chat with Chris Diggles earlier today, and I told Chris, hopefully he'll tune in tonight.
Yep.
We might even see his name, hopefully pop up on the screen. Of course, Chris does a live stream every Tuesday night, and he's got a little Suzuki drag car in the build.
Okay.
And it's coming along really well, Mark. To 1560 there for the RX-8, 88 miles per hour. Yeah, so hopefully Chris will say g'day. And a lot of our Queensland friends, I'm just wondering what everybody's feeling up there after the grand final, because obviously you had Melbourne and then you had the Broncos.
Mate, I tell you the honest truth, didn't even watch it.
Yeah, I only watched the last 15 minutes.
Two teams I'm not that fond of.
Okay. No, I'm just not fond of them because they're Queenslanders. Plain and simple, you know?
Yeah. Don't like the way they play, so yeah. So I boycotted it.
Hey, it's me, Denny. G'day, Denny. It's me, Denny, Northern Territory Jack, who's tuning in from Darwin.
Excellent.
How are you, Jack? Tell you what, mate, we've got a great night of racing, guys. Of course, we're not too far away from the bikes, and a bit of an exciting news for the bikes tonight. The Boscovich family racing are here tonight, and of course, they're well known in top sportsmen as well as junior dragsters, but Jane Boscovich is here tonight, and she's riding an extended swing arm modified bike, Kawasaki, and just getting a feel for the bike.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see it. I was half tempted to ask her if I could swing a leg over. It looks like such a fun bike to have a crack in. Because the Boscovich family, Bosco Autos,
yep.
They're a great family of racers and team as well. So keep your eye out for that. Right now, we've got the Hilux about to take on the VX Commodore. This VX Commodore, Mark, sounded pretty sweet going around in the pits.
Well, it's just turning tyres off the line. Backed out of that. Maybe drive shaft.
Could be. Okay. He might have been on the phone to Eden, and it's probably had the same problem.
Ring him up to see if he's got any spare shafts. He just left the line, just a big rev, and then yeah, nothing. And we do know that it is the soft point in the Commodores.
Yep. Now, usually when we come here to Sydney Dragway, usually I'm the one that they say the man in the hat. But tonight, there's somebody that's actually taking the cake tonight. Our number one spectator, Ross, who I can't. Yeah, I know that hat is just. Yeah, it's awesome. I like it. I like it. It's the same kind. Oh God! Please don't do that up here.
I reckon he's been out in the potato patch. He's been out there flaming, turning the veggies.
Yeah, I reckon he has. I reckon he's been out on the tractor. But no, Ross, our number one spectator. Great to see him here.
Yeah, it's good to see him back.
Absolutely. Now, there's a car below us which I would kill to have a drive off. One of my friends has actually got one. One
Oh,
of the
really?
the Corvettes. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. One of my friends who actually does circuit racing, he's got one. And
I reckon they are a really good circuit car because the way they're set up, the balance of the car is just spot on for that.
Well, I'm interested to see what they're like. I mean, obviously, they are a very good circuit car, but I'm interested to see what they're like in a drag racing scenario because we've had McLarens out here.
Yep.
We've had Ferraris. I mean, these things have got a huge motor in them anyway. So I'm interested to see how they behave off the line. It's a bit hard to tell when you're up here in the studio because obviously I'm not at ground level.
Yep.
And I haven't got a bird's eye view like normal, but it would be exciting to watch. That Hilux coming up the return road, doing it for the JDMs. JDMs currently leading 3-1. So the world, come on guys, got to pick your game up. We don't, you don't want to be embarrassed by our imported Japanese people. Not that I'm Japanese. Billy Gould, g'day Billy, how are you, brother? Cruel Intentions, the C3 Corvette is the best shape. I totally agree with you. One thing I'm actually keen, Mark, and I know I hark back a lot to other forms of motorsport.
Yep.
But I really hope that next year, for the 12-hour, we might see one of these new C3 Corvettes.
Oh, you reckon?
Hit the mountain in the 12-hour and see them race because, Ford's got the Mustang, they've got the GT4, they've got a GT3 Mustang as well. It would be nice to see General Motors go in the race as well.
I'd like to see it. I don't know. They seem to be shying away from the racing now, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But it would be nice. Well, unfortunately there, the Commodore getting towed off. Oh, I don't know about that, Cruel Intentions. They're not that ugly. Cruel Intentions said the C3 Corvette are uglier than a lefty voter.
Put your glasses on. Have another look.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think you'd be saying... if you were in it, it'd be awesome. I like the number plates you're sold too. What do you reckon, Ross? Do you like it? The C3 Corvette? The car in front of you? You like it? Yes. I can see you behind the wheel of one of those. Maybe without that hat. I mean, yeah, that's better. I mean, if you're going to wear that hat, Ross, you're going to have a Volvo, mate. I'm probably going to get bashed for that on... it's a C8, not a C3. My apologies, Billy. Yeah, I'm probably going to get roused for that by people on YouTube because some of them might be Volvo drivers. I don't know. But we'll get this gate closed and we're going to have the Commodore taking on the Corvette. Two very distinctly different sounds, isn't it, between the Commodore and the V8 Commodore and the V8 Corvette. Yeah, thanks, Billy. I did see that. Sorry about that, mate. Yeah, it's a C8. Well, 1.76 and 60, that's not too bad.
Very little in the burnout. Just went round the water.
Well, 11:41. That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
That's actually better than I thought it would go.
And 13.0 at 108 for the Commodore Ute.
Yeah, Billy, I know I probably should get it right, but, I'm not much of a Holden man anymore, Billy. I'm more of a Mazda fan and import person. That's more my bread and butter. But thank you, Billy.
Yeah.
See, Billy, I'm not wearing the mullet tonight, so maybe that's got something to do with it. Now, VE PSI down here, Mark, running a bit of nitrous. Taking on the Volkswagen by the look of it.
Yep. Let's see what this VE does.
I have seen this car before, but he has been out here for a couple of weeks. I'll tell you what, 1.62 in the 60.
Yeah, just a tiny little wiggle off the line, but out gone.
Well, 9:35 and 150.56 miles per hour. First pass off the trailer.
And 13.8, 102 miles an hour.
And he's running a set of radials on the rear end of that car as well.
Yep.
As we get into our more serious classes of racing, we've got Ross the Boss down here in his Falcon, the Super Sedan, taking on Sammy Jo Johnson in her VH Super Street car. Now, there is nitrous coming for this car. They're not running the nitrous tonight, but I spoke to Sammy Jo and Brett earlier. Oh, Sammy Jo, 054 red, that's all right. Get it out the way early. Ross with an 021. And 9.68 there for Ross, the boss. Go. Now, of course, tonight we've got the jackpot for the first person in a street registered car or bike. And last week it didn't go off. So
Okay, so what have they got to do?
Well, they're going to run and get a 000.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And it has to be a road legal car, so no slips. Yep. It's got to be road registered or a bike. And I presume, I think it's about 2,400 tonight, I believe the jackpot is. So, you know, if you were thinking you wanted to race, you're thinking, oh, I don't know, I'd be coming out. $2,400 up for grabs.
Yeah.
For the 000, the road registered car or bike.
Two nice strong burnouts from these bikes.
Oh, yeah, the bikes have been turning it on. Don't forget, guys, we've got a bike night coming up as well very soon. I believe that is on the 10th.
Yep.
Which I think is the Friday night. So if you love your bikes, guys, and you love motorcycle drag racing, make sure you get out here and support the event. So currently, yep, we've got bike night up on the big screen. Thank you, Steve. Oh yeah. Yes, the VEPSI is come out, done one pass, and unfortunately...
Retiring for the night.
Yep. Well, I mean, if you're going to retire, it's a good way to retire, but yeah. Marco Polo need a tractor night. Well, I was actually driving a couple of tractors here at the track today, Marco, with doing a few things, and yeah, no. Maybe the half track over the 8th mile, yes, but yeah, not quarter mile. That would just take too long. All right, one of my favourite bikes in the country, and I know Steve absolutely loves this bike as well, Alex Borg, or as I call him for short, Borgie, and on board the Azapati Racing Suzuki Hayabusa, also sponsored by Rams Heads and Turbo Smart, 1299 cc's. This bike is an extreme bike and can run down into the high 6s without a wheelie bar.
I remember when Alex and who else was it? Leonard used to come out in the early days of both their bikes when they first went into the length and swing arm and everything. Like the races they used to have was sensational.
This bike is turbo. You can see Dion Azapati just guiding Alex forward. Leonard Azapati just standing down here at the back. G'day, Leonard. So if you haven't seen this bike before, guys, if it's your first time here at Sydney Dragway, first of all, welcome. I know there's a lady out there in a pink shirt who I spoke to earlier today. Hey, I can see you from up here in the box. How you going? Welcome.
Oh. 1.2 in the 60.
Yeah.
Bike had a little bit of a wiggle off the line, and then just powered on from there. 9.8 at 72 miles an hour.
Yeah, the track, once it gets a little bit more rubber down on it, I think it will start to come around. Here we are. Jane is out there now on her Kawasaki. Jane Boscovich, the Bosco Racing family. Now this bike runs high 9s to low 10s.
Yep.
It's got auto shift on it. Jane just getting a feel for the bike. Just talking to her husband. It's just a matter of now of just going A to B. That's all they want to do tonight, is just go A to B.
Perfect, yep.
Just so she can get used to it.
And really, that's what you want.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You don't want to go balls to the wall.
No, not at all. Yep.
And it's got a radial tyre too, Mark.
Yep. Just a bit of seat time. Get used to the bike.
Tell you what, sounds all right through those track mics.
Doesn't it?
So, you know, really, if we had JDM versus the world tonight, they could apply to motorcycles as well, because, you know, you got...
Well, yeah,
you know,
exactly.
A whole heap of Jack bikes versus Duke Caddies and the BMWs. Oh, we've got a battle of the two Japanese cars. We've got the Honda CR-V down in the rocket lane. Oh, a couple of red lights there trying.
They are indeed. Well, Aeroflow, even though it's a red, it's a really good one.
Well, I've got a feeling that might be Dave Muscat down there in the CR-V. Wow, 1765 to a 1650. It's not bad.
1650 out of a big SUV, that's not bad at all.
No. Well, for Japanese to German, we've got a battle of the BMWs. And one of our regulars down here in the rocket lane. He's here just about every week. We've had some pretty quick BMWs out here the last few weeks, which has been encouraging.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, if there's anybody that's watching the YouTube channel from home and they've got a Supra, guys, get the car out of the shed, bring it here. Even some of our Nissan GTR owners. Oh, it's BMW versus Lexus. Ah, okay. I know there's a BMW down the rocket lane, but he's 1273. Yeah, I'd like to see a few of the Supras make their way out here to Sydney Dragway. We're very lucky that we've got some very quick street-based ones.
Yes.
Here. All right, the R35 GTR about to take on the Hyundai i30N sedan.
That skyline sounds sweet, doesn't
Oh, it certainly does. And 2.20 in the 60 on the brakes at the Gulf Western Oil finishing line. And an 11.22 at 131.
And 14.1 for the rocket lane out of the Hyundai.
I must thank a lot of our great sponsors here as well. Of course, Aeroflow Performance and Rocket Industries, who continually support our off-street drag racing event. We thank you guys as well. Of course, Platinum Powder Coating. So, Lou Carpinato. Thank you, Lou. I know that I hope to catch up with you very soon too at some of our state champ rounds.
And don't forget too, if you want an Aeroflow book, go down the staging, and well, sorry, not the staging, down the scrutineer shed, and they do have them down there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd suggest you get one and put it next to your bed.
Yeah, hours of reading.
That's right. And
Just-
put a note on it.
Yeah, a big long note.
Do not touch. I bet you've got one on your bedside cabinet.
I've got one in my office, and it's got a big long list on it too.
Marco Polo said, I have a Sylvia, give me 20 hours and I'll be there. I'll tell you what, it was an event that I was actually looking forward to, JDM versus the world.
Yep.
Because, you know, I love sport compact drag racing.
Well, 13.0, 105 miles an hour to a 14.4, 95 miles an hour. We got the XY down in the rocket lane. Is that a Beamer?
Yeah, it is. Yep, it's a BMW. Yeah, no, all our great sponsors that are part of it, of course, the Countryside Property Group. So if you're in the market to move to the country, make sure you get in touch with them. And,
Yeah.
Never know, might be able to get your dream home. If you're looking at moving out to the country, or as I call it, God's country.
Yep. 12.0, 114 for the Aeroflow lane. And 11.7, 117 miles an hour for the rocket lane. Wow.
Yeah, so platinum powder coating. They do all types of powder coating and high temp ceramic coating for exhaust systems.
Yep.
They sandblast in-house as well. And they've got good prices. Their workmanship is top notch. Knowing Lou Carbonato, it wouldn't be anything less than that. Now they're based in the Hawkesbury, but they service all of Sydney. So
Okay. Yep.
Look them up on Facebook. Platinum powder coating. So if you've got a race car or a bike or anything you want to get powder coated,
Yep.
give them a call.
Well, ceramic coating for your exhaust, that makes a hell of a difference.
Yes.
Plus, it looks great.
Where? This is one sweet looking. I was going to go on a limb, say I was stuffed up last week because I thought it was a 33, but I think this one's a 32. I can't say I've seen this car before.
No. No, I agree with you.
It almost looks like it's. I wouldn't say a new build. It's like one that's been hiding in the shed. Because it's not a car that I'm familiar with. He's taking on the Falcon. Currently it's 6.5, JDM versus the world.
So JDM's cleaning up.
Well, they're only ahead by 1 point. The Falcon. Oh, man, look at the. 1.62.
Oh, and got out of it real early.
Yeah. 15.01 for the Falcon. And as the skyline goes over the Gulf West North finishing line, a 12.21 at 58 miles per hour. As we've got the Toyota Chaser about to come out against the Commodore.
He's up against the VK.
So you got this JDM versus the world, but I mean, you know, it'd be interesting if we had some Tiranas come out. Oh, Osmonds racing.
Yep.
Nice. Now we're talking. Those boys know how to screw some tough Subarus together.
Yes. Yep.
Right, a Commodore 1230, the Toyota 1463.
Well, that's a quick VK.
Very quick. VL.
Let's see how this nitrous Subaru goes.
Yeah, I am keen to see it. Of course, the Osmonds, they're well known with their Pro Street Evos. But this one, they've got the Subi. to see how it goes. Well, 1.52 in the 60, and oh man, just moving towards the centre line, still moving around. 9.10, 157.17. There's a big lot of clapping down the bottom there. The boys are absolutely pumped. Well done, guys.
Well, that was a drive job if you ever seen one there, Stewie.
Absolutely. And in all seriousness, as I said earlier, Mark, this track has been scraped to 330.
Yep.
That thing was moving around. Can you only imagine what that would have been like?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You would have just, you've been on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, following that car all the way down there. You've done a great job at steering that.
Absolutely. I mean, the way it got moving around towards the centre line, but he didn't panic, just guided it back in.
Yep, exactly. And that's, you got to be so gentle with them because you just unbalance the car.
Yes.
So, yeah, looks like may have a little bit of something on the track.
Man.
Wow, that was excellent, wasn't it?
Well, I'm wondering if something was leaking out of it, which is what has contributed to the car moving around.
I think that was just horsepower.
Well,
bit of torque steer.
Well, I'm wondering
a lot of torque steer.
I'm wondering if it was a bit of both. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Osmonds car as it makes its way up the return road. What a drive job.
Absolutely.
That was nuts.
I think they already know what's on the go.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least he's celebrating.
Yeah,
you know,
it is
that's the main
indeed.
thing. Wow. That's a good thing about Aeroflow Race for real. If it's your first time here, we never know what's going to come through the gates.
Absolutely, yep, for sure.
And when you see exciting passes and great driving ability, and particularly for all the people that have come in here to the track, that have paid their money to come in and spectate.
Yep, we all like fast cars.
Absolutely. Well, guys, what we might do while we've got this bit of downtime, we'll get a few words from some of our sponsors. You hear it, the JDM versus the World theme night here at Aeroflow Race for Real.
Heavy Duty Magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannons home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannons.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Packlease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days, and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Packlease for the past 3 years, and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need, and we love being partnered with them.
Hey everyone, are you in business for yourself? Maybe you own and run a transport business and are eyeing off a new truck or trailer, or maybe you're a tradesman needing another essential tool. Well, here's a game changer for you. Check out Credit One Equipment Finance. They are Australia's top choice for financing for good reason. Whether it's transport, construction, farming, or any trade, Credit One Equipment Finance is perfect for your business. No matter your industry or equipment needs, Credit One Equipment Finance is your go-to solution. They understand that growing your business means having the right equipment and tools, which often requires substantial investment. With Credit One's diverse finance options, you can acquire your excavator, van, truck, crane, or whatever your job demands. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out over 1,800 glowing 5-star reviews on Google. That's right, 1,800 and counting. For competitive rates and solutions that beat the banks, and for lightning fast loan approvals, visit www.creditoneequipmentfinance.com.au or click the link in the video description below. Empower your business today with Credit One Equipment Finance.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Sydney Dragway's Aeroflow Race for Real. It is JDM versus the World theme night tonight. Now, guys, just got a little bit of fluid down on track, so our A-team are out there. Just looks like oil to me. Maybe a few little spots they are cleaning up, and they got the tractor out there. But just while that's happening, Mark and I will mention about some upcoming events that are coming up. Of course, Friday night, we got Bike Night. So if you are into the two-wheeled machines, and it's a great part to get here at the track too, because you know, it's a bit for everyone there. You know, there's Harleys, there's Jap bikes, there's potentially some modified bikes that might come out as well to do some testing. It is a really good event, and I know that Sydney Random Riders are getting right behind the event as well. And I'm sure that they will bring out a lot of their members to come out and race on Friday night. So that's on Friday, the 10th of October.
And got a test and tune on the 11th.
Yes, we certainly do. I know that Sammy Joe is chomping at the bit
get out.
to get the Commodore. I've been told it's just recently been dynoed.
Yep. Oh, perfect. Yep.
So, yeah, hopefully that'll be going ahead on Saturday. Yeah, that's 2 p.m. till 8 p.m. for the test and tune on Saturday. So if you love race cars, guys, and particularly if you've got kids, it'd be a good event to come out and watch some testing, but also a good opportunity for you to go down into the pits and really have a look at these cars in close proximity, because number one, it's not a race weekend, so the teams won't be under as much stress as they would be in an actual race meeting. And you also get to learn a lot about the cars and all bikes as well. And you meet the drivers. Sammy Joe Johnson, I know who's down the back. Sammy has got no issue with the kids coming down and having a look at the car.
Absolutely, yep. And the thing is too, you don't know what's going to turn up.
Well, that's exactly right.
You could have anything turn up. So any type of car or bike. So, yeah.
Now, of course, on the 17th, we've got Friday Night Lights. That's going to be an awesome event as well. So that's more for street cars.
And that's brought to us by Aeroflow.
Yep.
And it'll be an absolute cracker of a night.
Oh, yeah. It will be. So if you like that, definitely make your way out. Tell you what, that's super. I wish it was here tonight.
Need the JDM numbers.
Oh, I know. I was going to say.
Going well. They've been in front for most of the night.
Well, they have. Actually, I thought our friend with the A90 Supra, the blue one that comes out, I was hoping he might come out tonight. And as he fits into that category. But now, I did notice earlier, somebody had asked, where are there any other tracks in Australia that do similar events on a Wednesday? I'm not sure whether the Perth Motorplex still do a Wednesday night off-street meet.
I thought they were Fridays.
They might do Fridays now. I think they were doing Wednesdays for a while.
Yep.
Of course, Willowbank, they've got a really good street series up there. And I know that Chris Diggles and Terry Dale and Janie, they get right behind it and really get right into it as well.
Yep.
I've actually been up there for a night, and it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun. But mind you, that's a point score thing. The Bushman is there as well. How are you, Bushman?
There's a man behind the wheel at the moment up there.
I'm flying blind. I'm flying blind, Stu. Buttons going everywhere here. I was just going to throw in a little bit more info about the Friday night lights. It's a new initiative that the Dragway has put together to try and encourage a little bit different type of racing, in the sense that basically it will reflect the Aeroflow Race for Real Wednesday nights, but will also allow for a lot quicker cars to participate as well. And I know that there is a number of different options coming as well, and some ideas to try and attract quicker cars as well. So there's a lower ET cutoff as well. So
wow,
if you've got a really quick street car, you can come out. I think Darian said down to 8 seconds at the moment is what he was talking. So
sensational. That's
great.
great.
I was just trying to find. I'll go through my emails and find the email that came out about that. I think it would have been posted on our Facebook as well, but I'll find that in a moment. Yeah, so definitely. This is not this Friday coming, because we've got the bike night on the 10th, but it's the following Friday. So Friday week, there's an hour extra of racing. So we kick off at 5 p.m, not 6, so 5 till 10. So yeah, definitely a cracker of a way to start your weekend. And the track prep will be a little bit more prepped than what we get tonight. So
good thing about that, Bushy, is that these guys now that have got these quicker cars, that haven't been able to come out unless it's test and tune or a competition meeting, now they've got more seat time. They can bring their cars out, use it like a test and tune, and but on a prep track, so sensational.
Yeah, so should be exciting to see how the racing community responds to that, and obviously, we used to have Full Throttle Fridays, which was basically a test and tune session for teched cars. But the Friday Night Lights is aimed also at having your really quick street cars as well.
And I know you said you don't have the documentation with you, but do you have to be licensed?
I would imagine that those rules would still apply. If you bear with me, I will find that and come back the next round when we talk about them again. So I know I've still got it on the email, but definitely, as I say, a new initiative, a new idea to try and attract people out here that have as you say, the cars are a little bit quick for a Wednesday night, but they want to come out and get some track time and test, the car to its limits. Obviously these races, if you've got a street car that's going to nudge at 8 seconds, you're pretty serious about what your goals and the sort of money that you've invested in the car. And let's face it, there are a hell of a lot of quick road cars out there that don't see a track. That people might be chasing dyno numbers, they might be chasing, not necessarily what it actually physically runs on the quarter mile. They might have built the car to do roll racing, and of course, Sydney Dragway is the great spot to do that as well. We can actually give you a readout of how fast your car runs speed-wise through the speed trap, and you can run it against anything and everything that's in the other lane.
And you're leaving on a prep track.
In both scenarios, the track prep is there. Now, obviously, the venue does select the track prep method of what's going to work, but we are pushing to have the track prep a little bit more sticky than what we get on a Wednesday night. They're talking about a few different options and how we introduce that, or whether we what's the best way to approach it. And I think obviously we're determined by the type of car that turns up as well.
Yeah.
So, because like on a Wednesday night, we don't want to break cars because that just means a downtime for everybody, unfortunately. But certainly, with the quicker cars that potentially could be coming, you want to make sure that they're catered for as well.
But that's what I was asking about the licensing too, because like your test and tunes, you have to be licensed to turn up to those meetings.
Yeah.
Where this, if you don't have to be licensed, you can still come out in your normal street car and give it a run.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Now, of course, coming up towards the end of the month, we've got a Thank God It's Friday burnout event with a bit of a twist. Obviously, that's around Halloween. So it's going to be a real Halloween-themed Thank God It's Friday. Now, I do get a little bit worried about that because there's some loose nuts, and I mean not just commentators, I mean burnout guys as well. And generally when it comes to burnouts, I mean, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see a couple of them dress up,
I reckon it'll be a lot more than a couple of them.
Yeah, I know some people up in the crowd might dress up too, but no, I really hope people get behind the event.
Absolutely.
Thank God It's Friday. It's a dedicated burnout event, and you've got to get dressed up in Halloween. But for those people that have got me on Facebook, I did mention that for next lot of burnouts, I need to bring out my alter ego.
Okay, you're going to take it out of the...
yeah, I'm going to bring the alter ego out. So Mark Elborn, otherwise known as the Drag Gnome, he sent me a photo today of me that he'd made, and I actually quite like it. So thank you, Mark. Now, Billy's asking, why aren't I racing? Well, I'm not racing, Billy, because I'm commentating tonight, for a start. So that's the main reason why I'm not out here. But you never know. I might sneak in another Aeroflow Race for real before the end of the year and bring the rocket out for a run. But guys, just while we've got this little bit of a clean-up still going on track, guys, just make sure you get up, grab yourself something to drink. As Mark said, keep yourselves hydrated, guys. It probably was warm out there, but now that wind's picked up big time. But grab yourself some hot donuts and coffee from Go Nuts for Donuts. I really like it because Pat, they all know Pat's order now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. And they know who Pat is now, so they just rock up. Because when he first started going, they go, oh, the tall guy. And I'm like, what the? Oh, Pat. Yeah. So, yeah. Pat, g'day if you're watching. But no, on a serious note, Billy, I will probably bring the rocket out. Probably, maybe not this month. Possibly in November at some stage. I might bring it out for another run down the quarter mile. I don't expect to run a PB, but the good thing about drag racing, and particularly those people that haven't drag raced before, there is so much to learn, and you can't learn it all in one night.
Yep.
So, I've learnt now how to drive the car. Now I've got to learn how to make the lights work for me.
Yep.
So, and then that's the hard part.
Yeah.
So, and being a manual makes it hard too.
Well, yeah, it does. It's definitely a lot easier in a manual car, but in an automatic car to the manual car. Well, tell you what, Stu, we've got a couple of good comments already on the Friday nights. Adam Heron said that there is some of the roll racing guys coming out,
awesome,
which is great. Andrew Stewart, keen for a Friday. So, yeah, that's great to see that, that response already.
Yeah, exactly right. So, guys, don't forget, this Saturday we've got the test and tune on. So, if you haven't entered, guys, I'd suggest you enter as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Because entries will be closing soon. While the camera's shaking, because it's fairly windy out here at the moment.
It is. It's very windy.
Yeah, very windy. You can have a look at I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the Aeroflow flags are going bananas. But we've still got heaps of people walking in, lots of families. G'day, guys. Always good school holidays when you get to see a whole heap of families come in and come out and watch the racing.
Yeah, enjoying a good night.
Yeah, maybe watch mum and dad or family member go down.
Yeah, don't forget too, if you are racing, you do have the ability to have a passenger.
Yep, that's exactly right, Mark.
So there are a few restrictions that go with it, but yeah.
G'day, James. You said I'm sitting here as a spectator. Can confirm it is very windy. Yes, it is, James. It is windy, but you know, unfortunately, we can't control the weather. But hopefully, guys, we will get some racing soon.
Well, it looks like our track team have pretty much on top of it. So it shouldn't be too far away from getting into racing.
G'day, Steve. No, I don't think Teslas are abusing the PowerPoints out the back. We don't have a Tesla here tonight, Steve. Just making it clear. Okay. We got, it's JDM versus the World Theme Night, currently sitting at 7-all.
Ooh, they've evened it out.
Yeah,
hey, the world's caught up.
Yeah, there's a few more cars that have joined the lanes as well, which is great to see. Best way to get your racing fix, and most of all, save your licence. Come out here on a Wednesday night, Aeroflow Race for Real. Some of the best off-street drag races in the country that are here tonight. See a lot of people having a look at that Creative Customs ute.
Yeah,
just
indeed.
behind the tower, because you know, it's a bit of an eye catcher. Now I noticed that Joe Sabello's not here tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I think he broke all 3 cars.
Oh, did he?
Well, he had a problem with the Skyline last week.
Yep. Okay.
So, you know, we've got a state champ round coming up. So,
he'd be working feverishly trying to get the one of them back in the. Usually, I think his red one is his favourite.
yeah, that's his most consistent.
Yep.
Well, we've got the giant-killing Nissan Pulsar. It does some of the best front-wheel drive burnouts in New South Wales. Taking on the BMW. The Pulsar is out just about every week here at Sydney Dragway. They absolutely love their drag racing. Here comes the Beamer.
Oh.
Drives around him, and 11.47 with an 8.14.40 there. As another Nissan Pulsar comes out against the XPT 420.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that beam was on a charge, wasn't it?
It absolutely was, and nice and straight down the rocket lane. That was the most encouraging thing. So the world have taken the lead, thanks to that BMW. All right, the Pulsar, I don't like his chances against the Falcon, but you never know. I actually quite like the colour. Oh, the Falcon out 1.36 in the 60 this time.
Wow, that is really hooking up off the line, isn't it? Backs out of that early.
Goes from 11.20 at 80, and the Pulsar running on through with a 16.32 at 86.
Well, we got the Hilux up against the Statesman.
Yeah, a little bit more JDM, Japanese versus the world. Yeah, the lowered Hilux. Just a rag that has fallen down, so we're good to go. I'm not quite sure, Sugo, whether that Hilux is boosted.
Well, definitely has no problem doing a burnout, that's for sure.
No, not at all. Be interested to see how they go. We used to get a fair few Statesmen out here, but not so much these days.
I think most of them have been robbed of their motors.
Yes. Yep. I know of one sitting in a shed not too far away from the track.
would dare say no, the Hilux is not boosted.
Nope. No, not 2.33 in the 60, but he's got the win at 16.52 to 16.91.
Well,
geez, the world's starting to flex their muscles now. So the problem is too, we lost to JDM cars.
Yes.
Or one of them anyway, because he went too quick. G'day, Gus man. Good to see you tuning in via YouTube. I'd like to say a quick hello to Gretch, who's tuning in from Hornsby. G'day, Gretch.
Well, 12.8, 109 miles an hour for the Rocket Lane to a 12.9, 107 miles an hour for the Aeroflow.
All right, we've got the Mazda RX-8, the mighty rotary, taking on the Creative Customs Ute with the twin-turboed LS in it. I'd like to say hello to Adam. You're making me jealous, Adam. Being up North Queensland, lying on the beach. Well, the Ute, Mark, 2.05 in the 60 this time. Look at the reaction time, though, from the RX-8, 0.003.
Jeez. 11.7, 116 for the Ute, and 15.6 at 91 miles an hour. But yeah, 0.03.
Yeah, if you just joined us, guys, and particularly if you're racing, guys, the 000 jackpot tonight for street registered cars or bikes and street legal is $2,400.
Yes.
So yeah, the RX-8 has fired off the warning shot. All right, we've got the Tunner. Oh, I'll tell you what, the Mitsubishi.
He just fell asleep on the line.
Well, I don't know if he fell asleep or he had the car in the wrong gear, because he went backwards first.
Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah, you need to go forward.
Yeah, I don't know if he had it in reverse. But in 11.71 for the Tunner to a 17.002 there, as the Corvette is about to take on the Falcon. G'day, Race Ace. How are you, mate? Good to see you tuning in via the live stream.
Yeah, the vet just rolled into stage.
Well, the Falcon, the better reaction time, but 1.63 this time in the 60 from the Corvette. The big C8 stretches its legs, and a 10.80, 122. That's
Quicker again.
That's a little bit more like it.
Yeah, and 16.2, 58 miles an hour for the Rocket Lane.
Anthony Fenton, how are you, mate? Too quick. Good evening, mate. Good to see you tuning in.
That vet actually surprised me. I knew they were quick. I didn't think they were that quick.
No. I'm interested to see what they weigh.
Well, they're all virtually fiberglass, aren't they? Or carbon fibre, most of them. So, yeah.
Be very interested to see what it weighs in stock. Right now, we've got the Commodore Ute about to take on the Volkswagen Golf. Big thank you to Gulf Western Oil, who are still sponsoring the track. They sponsor the finishing line here at Sydney Dragway, and the Gulf Western Oil finishing line, a $12.99 for the Ute and a 14.94 with an iron. If you want some Australian-made oil, check out Gulf Western Oil. Of course, they're proud supporters of the Nitro Champs here at Sydney Dragway.
We've got the Audi down in the Rocket Lane. Sorry, Stu, I'm not sure what you've got in your lane.
That looks like a Mercedes convertible. Oh,
Beamer?
BMW. Okay. Diesel Boy said, I'm tuning in from Minchinbury while my trailers are getting loaded. I'm chilling in the bunk.
Oh, good on you.
Well,
safe trip.
Yeah, drive safely, Diesel Boy. Tell you what, that's not a bad way to watch the racing, just chilling in the bunk.
Yep.
Yeah, the Audi in the rocket lane.
I'll tell you what, at the moment, the Beamer's holding him out, but the Audi's on a charge. Oh, doesn't get there. 13.0, 105 miles an hour to a 12.7 at 111 miles an hour.
Well, we've got another BMW convertible. It's one of our regulars.
Well, great strong burnout. We need that bit of a breeze out there just to get rid of the smoke.
Absolutely. I mean, Niall down there, who's in the water box, he's a racer, but he doesn't look like standing in the smoke. All right, the Commodore down there in the rocket lane, 2.44 in the 60. The Beamer is out of there and on another straight as a die run. 1.86 in the 60 for him, 12.52. That's a great pass. As the Lexus comes out now, about to take on the VF Commodore. Hey, Gretchen, who's tuning in from Hornsby, around my local area. Hopefully some of the people from Hornsby are tuning in as well. Mr. Move For It said, shout out to Dialed In Racing, the boss man, Mr. Stutchbury. Yes, he's here tonight. Brett Stutchbury, you've got a shout out from Mr. Move For It. I'll tell you what, the Lexus got the better reaction time, a little bit slow at the 60 mark, but he's picked up big time at the 330.
Yeah, he has indeed. He's definitely got the top end charge. And 12.2, 119 miles an hour to a 14.7 at 75 miles an hour. So Rocket Lane definitely backed out of that one fairly early.
Anthony, Saturday testing and tune still on. At this stage it is. They are still requiring numbers. But I don't think there's too many spots left. So if you want to come out and test, Anthony, I'd suggest you get your entry in as quickly as possible. Now we've got this Commodore down here, Mark, and it's got a little bit of nitrous on it.
Yes.
And taking on the new VB modelled Subaru WRX, which I must admit, I know I'm a Mazda fan, but I'm starting to like these.
They're not a bad looking car, are they?
Nah, especially with that body kit on it, It looks hot.
Well, we're just waiting on the VH.
I was born in Hornsby as well, Gusman. Yeah. Oh, you grew up in Castle Hill. Nice.
12.6, 111 miles an hour to a 14.1 at 100 miles an hour, 160 Ks.
Diesel Boy said he's chilling in the bunk, the aircon's on, not too hot, not too cold, eating my microwave dinner, watching drag racing. The only way it could be better is if I had a beer or two, but I can't while I'm at work. That's completely understandable, Diesel Boy. All right, the Skyline in the Aeroflow lane.
Well, he's definitely all the chasing to do.
Yeah, he's got a big chase on his hands as well. No, I'm not calling on Saturday, Anthony. I'll be at work. I'll be cooking meals.
13.7 to a 15.5.
Nix said a shout out to Sly Media. G'day, Sly Media. Oh, another nice strong burnout down here in the Aeroflow lane.
From the Lexus.
Yeah, we haven't got a lot of Hondas out here either at the moment. So if there's anybody who's got a Honda, guys, make sure you bring it out. Oh, it's a Honda in the rocket lane. Well, we need more because at the moment the world are smashing JDM 13-9. Sicko, I don't work at a Chinese restaurant. Race Ace, when you're coming up for a pie stew, are you referring to Pie in the Sky, Race Ace? Because that's like my second home.
15.6 to a 16.8. We got the VK down here.
I love this car.
Very conspicuous except for that parachute.
Yeah, running a little bit of nitrous on board as well. These guys have been out here the last month or two and really starting to dial this car in. I think now, from what I've seen, Mark, they've got the consistency now in the car. Yeah, Race Ace in pits. Yeah, Pie in the Sky. Yeah, no, I'll be up there soon. My days off usually Wednesday, Thursday, Race Ace, so I'm not able to get up there much on the weekend. But check out the Commodore, 1.54 in the 60, a 973 at 142 to a 1249, 119. All right, Mark, here we go. Darlian Racing, Brett starts to see Brian out of Singh down there as well, Sammy Joe's partner. Oh, big burnout for Sammy Joe. And Ross the Boss Bilby. I'll tell you what, it's one thing to watch these cars on YouTube, and I understand not everybody can come here to the track, but for the people that are here at the track, how nice does Ross the Boss Bilby's car sound?
Yeah, it's definitely sweet. It just sings that thing when he gets into it.
Mark Elborn, the Drag Gnome, the legend himself from Power Plus Race Fuels New South Wales, one of our great sponsors here at Sydney Dragway. No, the mullet's not up tonight. 0.014 Sammy Joe. And 1081, 9.78 with a 2. Tell you what, Sammy Joe.
Yeah,
winding it up.
Yeah, he is indeed. A little bit off, because I think that thing was running down into the 10.6s from memory.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think the air is quite out there tonight.
Well, the wind's dropped down, which is good.
Yeah.
We're now moved into the bikes.
Ah, yes, I know who you are, Race Ace. Yes, Toddy Chapo. Now, there's a name that we haven't heard for a while, because Todd used to race out here at Sydney Dragway on his previous motorbikes.
Yep.
And I haven't seen you for a long time. Mate, you got to get out here. I don't know if you still got the helmet that you bought off me.
Turn to 143 miles an hour to an 11.3, 118 miles an hour.
Well, we're into the bikes, and the Kawasaki winding it up in the burnout. Yeah, that's right, Todd. Yeah, the Castrol 929. I remember that bike extremely well. I know you don't really go south of Mount White, the Old Road Cafe. Well, both riders, big hard look at the lights there, Mark. Probably a little bit too eager. Two good sub 10-second passes there, 9.32 to a 9.91. As the P-plater comes out now.
Yeah, both those bikes, big miles an hour, 153 and 148 miles an hour.
That would be fun.
Yeah, good passes.
I think slowing down would be the scary bit.
Yeah, that type of speed. Everything moves really quick.
It's great to see the P-plater out here doing the right thing, racing in a safe and controlled environment. I'll tell you what, he done pretty well there, 1.83 in the 60, got the feet up super quick. We might have a future modified block racer in years to come. 13.28, 96 miles per hour. All right, Alex Borg on board the Azapati Racing and Bell X Construction Hayabusa Turbo 1299 cc's. Also sponsored by Rams Heads and Turbo Smart. The Extreme Bike. The record for Extreme Bike too, guys, for this particular bike, 6.66 with a 9. I mean, that's crazy. That's getting down not far off Top Fuel Harley times. And they're doing it without a wheelie bar. A big congratulations to all the extreme bike riders. They've really producing some really, really good quality racing. Are you going to get radial strap mounts for your CBR 1000, Dodd? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, I think they've just rolled out of the beam. Don't think they're real happy where he's. Back in again.
Well, 1.19 in the 60 for Alex Borg and 3.38 to the 330 there for Borgie.
Just started getting a little bit unsettled there, didn't it?
Yep. Just rolls it on through with the 1081 at 80 miles per hour, but 1.19 in the 60. All right, Jane Boscovich coming out now on board the Kawasaki, the modified bike, extended swing arm. It's already gone A to B on the bike. As I mentioned, this bike has gone high 9s, low 10s. But Jane just getting used to the bike. 2.51 in the 60 this time.
Yeah, definitely screwing it on a little bit harder this time.
Yeah, that looked a little bit better off the line. Well, that's not a good sign, Mark. We've got a Commodore being towed up the return road.
No, not at all.
It's a bit of a shame there for the VX. As we've got the Ford Territory about to come out, taking on the Nissan Pulsar. Now this one hasn't got any stickers on it, but most of them have got either got a CMV performance sticker on them.
Yes, yep.
Or a few, or Empire. But yeah, never know. This one could come out and absolutely surprise us. Anthony Comey said, Comey just saving fuel. Well, I'll tell you what, 2.27 in the 60 this time for the Territory at 12.51, 114. That is a cracker of a pass for the big SUV to a 17.44 for the Aeroflow lane. Yeah, so we must thank Atlantic Oils as well for their continued support here at Sydney Dragway. Because they don't just do oils, guys, they do a few other little bits and pieces. All right, got a birthday shout out for Benny. Happy birthday, mate. You're 14 today. What a way to celebrate your birthday than out here at Sydney Dragway. And we've actually got a pretty good crowd out here tonight too.
Yeah, we have indeed. Yep. Yeah. Where else did you want to celebrate your birthday?
Absolutely. Yeah, big shout out to Cryoblasting. They are the best in the business for undercar blasting and coating. They're based at St Mary's, not too far away from here at the track. So if you need to get any undercar blasting or coating, just give Cryo Blasting a call, as we've got this R32 Skyline that just sounded wicked in the burnout.
Yeah, it did indeed, yeah. Left the line, absolutely cracked it.
Got this very nice looking Commodore in beside him as well. .80 for the Commodore, but keep your eye on the Skyline. 1.51 in the 60. This thing is on a charge. 962 with an 8, 145 miles per hour. Oh, yeah.
Good pass. 12.4, 109 miles an hour in the rocket lane. Yeah, he just stuck that all the way through.
That was a great pass. I mean, I know I shouldn't say only 145 miles per hour, but man, that was good.
It sounded pretty clean all the way through, Stu, and unfortunately sacrificed a win there for the JDM crew, handing the win to the Commodore, but obviously looking for a number on that occasion. Hopefully the next run out can get the launch a bit closer to green and, and make the point count.
All right, we've got this beautiful looking Jenkins Performance assisted Falcon. Man, that's nice, but in beside him is Most Wanted, the Honda Integra. So we've got a little bit of VTEC Yo taking on Henry's finest.
Yeah. This thing running around the mid-11s.
It's good to see Jenkins Performance still operating at a high level and also churning out engines for some beautiful looking cars that we are very privileged to see here at Sydney Dragway at Aeroflow Race for real.
Yeah, James is definitely pretty switched on, knows his stuff. 11.7, 117 miles an hour to a 13.7 at 113 miles an hour.
Well, we've got the Hyundai Getz down here in the Aeroflow land and about to take on the Mitsubishi Mirage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the driver of the green Skyline as he makes his way back up the return road. Great pass there. That thing looks evil. I love it.
It does indeed. Yeah. We just never know what we're going to get out of these Mirages, are you?
No.
We've had them turned up with an absolute wicked engine package in them.
Well, I was really trying to get my friend Jonathan Bartolo, who is a very good friend of mine. He's got, I think he's still got a Mirage. And
yep.
I've been telling him to try and bring his out for a run. I think secretly he just wants to race me and beat me, but you know. Well, the P-plater down here in the BMW. Just getting a little talk to by our starter, King Keithy. $2,400 up for grabs tonight in the 000 reaction time contest. There's been a few races that have got close, but not close enough. Now we've got the Audi about to taking on this tough Falcon. Have a listen to that, Mark.
Yeah, indeed.
That sounds tough.
Yeah, definitely punishing that Barra.
Yeah. Looks like he's got a set of radials on the rear end of that car as well.
And a manual.
Yeah, 1.87 in the 60. This is going to be on for a good pass. 1091, 134.7. Wow.
And 14.8 at 98 miles an hour for the Aeroflow.
That looked effortless, didn't it?
Yeah, it did indeed.
Well, we've got another FG Falcon making its way out, taking on the Hyundai, which has got 2 drivers.
Yeah, and a passenger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well done.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate here in Sydney. If you're not able to come to the track, we've been lucky enough that we've had a lot of the Falcons come out, and a lot of them running radial tyres on them too, and they've been super quick.
Yes, you can have all the horsepower in the world, but if you can't get it to the ground, it's of no use to you.
Yes. But the Falcon, they seem to like those radial tyres, don't they? Whatever the reason, whether it's the rear setup in the cars. All right, the VL taking on the Beamer.
Oh. It'll get really loose.
Yeah, just spun those rear tyres to about 40 foot out, down the centre of the rocket lane at 12:43.
Well, look at the miles an hour. 125 miles an hour.
Yeah, I did not expect that.
No. 13.0.104 for the Aeroflow lane.
All right, we've got the BMW convertible back out, taking on the Commodore. This BMW driver, very consistent in terms of ET, but steadily improving on the Christmas tree as well.
Yep.
Oh, what a great pass, 1260 to a 1269.
Yeah, those guys would have been just looking at each other crossing the line, wouldn't they?
Probably waving to each other.
Yeah, you know what type of wave, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
The salute.
Oh, I know. I had that joke with Sammy Jo a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
You know, when she's driving and they find me on sector 2, just keep her eyes on the road, not me. All right, the Falcon about to take on the Beamer. This Falcon's been out here the last couple of weeks as well, and I must say it's only a young guy that's driving it.
Yep.
And they've done a great job with this car. Really good build. Oh, he's got the hazard lights on. Rubbing it in his face. 11.89, that's just cheeky.
That is indeed. To a 14.5 at 93 miles an hour. Oh, the Pulsar. Big burnout.
Yeah, that was a little bit better in the burnout. Not so much sideways action this time. He's taking on the Honda. Well, the Pulsar out with a 2.76. Not quite sure what was going on with the Honda there, but I mean, I understand that the Honda wanted to give the Nissan a head start. I completely understand that. I mean, I'd be doing the same thing if I was in his position. I'd wait for the Nissan to get to about 330, then maybe you know, send it. I shouldn't be biased being a commentator, but, you know, sometimes.
Everyone's got a favourite.
You have to be. All right, the BMW. Dan, we've got a lot of Beamers here tonight. Now, it's meant to be a JDM versus the world, and I think the BMW drivers have got the memo and went, and we're coming out to spoil the party. Taking on the Statesman.
Well, Statesman's got the jump, but the Beam is just going to power on past.
Oh, 11.21.
That car just getting quicker every pass.
It is. All right, the Hilux about to take on XPT 400. Love the sound of that Falcon.
Yeah, it definitely sounds good in the burnout, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Nice deep pitch.
Hey, what's that, green finger? You're going for the Euros? Go. You sound like Adam Heron, who's our production guru, who's unfortunately not here this week. And, he loves his Euro cars.
You stuck with me instead, Stu.
I'm not complaining about that, Steve.
Well, Falcon, 1.3 in the 60. 11.1, 82 miles an hour, so back that one down again.
Yeah, they've got the consistency. It's just interesting, 1.27 reaction time for that car. But still, I guess in a racing situation, you'd probably want to try and
Yeah, definitely have to
reduce that a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. Because all the factors are, you know, like you got to get off the line with a great reaction time. You got to do a good 60, and that adds up to a better top end.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Greenfinger. The Hilux is going nowhere quick. Well, it's a Hilux. Be nice, Greenfinger. Right, just all our racers that are out the back, guys. I don't like to harp on safety, but I have to at the moment. Guys, when you come up the return road, the speed limit is 20 kilometres an hour. So to all racers, when you are coming up the return road, guys, it is 20 kilometres per hour. And also, you've got to keep your helmet on as well. Safety first.
Absolutely.
I should get a safety vest. What do you reckon, Steve? Okay.
Well, it does get a little bit dark down there sometimes, especially when you're black.
Yeah, well, that's true.
You know what I reckon? What? Get the red mullet out and one of those glow sticks on top.
Mate, don't laugh because...
I'm not laughing, I'm serious.
I'm serious too. Like, I promise you, I'm going to bring out my alter ego. Or, you know, I might bring out my Bogan character. I'll bring the mullet out and I'll wear the flannelette shirt. Change my voice slightly. Bit of, you know, radio know-how. Okay. All right, the VB WRX.
Taking on the one-tonner down there, Stu. The one-tonner, I think, has a little bit of forced induction under the bonnet.
Yeah, that's...
Certainly sounds it through the exhaust note.
We're interested to see what they've done, but 11.63 with the 2. Mark, I think the track is starting to come around. I think the temperatures are out there are right in that sweet spot at the moment.
Yeah, it is the all these burnouts and that bit of a scraping of the track earlier.
Yeah.
Yep, is yeah, it's all coming good.
Yep. All right, we've got the Ute coming out.
Up against the VW.
Yeah. You know, it's a great night for drag racing here at Sydney Dragway. Of course, sponsored by Aeroflow Performance. So make sure you get online, check out their website, guys. They do sell merchandise there as well on their. So if you want to get yourself an Aeroflow shirt or a hat, you can get that through Rocket Industries. Just down the road from the track in their brand spanking new premises, which looks very schmick.
Huge. Absolutely huge, isn't it?
I'm wondering, Steve.
That's a very good description. It is. It's immaculate and it is huge. The old warehouse was fairly big, but this one's sizably larger. I'm sure Pat could tell you the difference on square meterage. But yeah, I think with all the new products that they're bringing in onto the market, it's certainly a necessary thing.
And the good thing about it, there's masses of parking.
Yes. Yeah, it's not like the old shop where you'd struggle to get it, especially if there's a transporter turn up. What I want to know though, Steve, I'm wondering if Pat's got his own office, for a start, and I'm wondering how far the coffee machine is away from his office.
They're two questions you're going to have to ask Pat.
Yeah,
or go and pay him a visit.
Yeah.
Go and buy something and ask him.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody from Rocket wants to see me walk through the door. They're like, sorry, Stu, we don't have stuff from Master Tusi. No, I respect. All right, that nitrous-assisted Commodore, the V8, 1273, 112. Great run from him as the mighty Mazda RX-8 comes out.
Well, 12-1, 112 miles an hour for the Rocket Lane also.
Let's see if the Mazda can take another scalp. The JDM cars, will tell you what, they've got a bit of catching up to do.
But we can't pair them up, Stu.
I know we can't pair them up.
I'm going to be a bit harsh here on the scoring and say I'm not going to be giving them gimmies just because they want to pair up.
Yes, I understand that. Okay. So to all the JDM guys, come on, stop racing each other, race the world, because you know, I'm going for the JDM tonight. Mark's going for the world.
Big burnout from the Sora down there in the Aeroflow lane. Saw that unmistakable Toyota 6-cylinder scream.
Oh yeah, doesn't it sound good? All right, the VF Commodore in the Rocket Lane. A little bit better in the 60, but the reaction time has hurt him. And the Saurus, in theory, should get the win. No, he doesn't. The Commodore drove around him, a 12.00. Almost fell out of my chair there, and I was that excited. And a 12.88. Don't laugh, Steve. That would be quite embarrassing if I fell out of the chair.
It would, but I wouldn't laugh.
Oh, okay. Much.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you're not Adam.
We'll just keep it down to hysterical.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guys. See, these are the great people I get to work with, ladies and gentlemen. They're like my family. All right, the VZ Commodore taking on the Corvette. The Corvette's gone, yeah, I'm out of here. 1.70 this time, a little bit slower in the 60 on this pass. But goes a 10.89 with the forward, 124 miles per hour.
Same again.
Yeah.
Super consistent. And 14.4 at 96 miles an hour.
All right, we got the Lexus down here, or as I call them, the glorified Toyota.
Got the HJ Ute as well, this twin turbo. Just been feeling this car out, haven't I?
They have.
Yeah, can't wait to see when they're just going to let this thing loose.
Adam said I heard that, Stuart. Okay. Well, at least I know that you're watching the live stream, Adam. It's good that everybody else is tuned in via YouTube can see that you are watching it as well. I'll tell you what, the HJ mark, yeah, I would have thought with the turbos, it might have been a little bit quicker off the line. But
it doesn't seem to be launching it.
Look at pull away at the top end of the racetrack, though. Only 117 mile an hour, but it's still a 12.0. Because those Lexus cars like the one we just saw in the Aeroflow lane, I think they have a V8 in them or a Turbo 4 from memory, depending on the model.
Yeah, I think depending. Yeah, the ones I've seen have always been the V8 ones.
All right. So 1.83 and 60 this time for the Aeroflow lane. The Rocket lane, well, I wouldn't say they fell asleep, but the 60 foot was not too crush hot, 2.59. But still running on through with a 15.42 at 93 miles per hour. It's this very tough Commodore comes out. I love this thing. I want to take the keys off it. Actually, Brett Stutchbury's floating around somewhere. Hey, Brett, if you see the owner of this Commodore, tell him to keep the keys in his pocket, because Team Pocket Rocket might nick it.
You know, you can just bring your helmet, Stu, and ask him if you can sign on as passenger.
Oh, I want to drive it. Ross the Boss out the 1.53, although the Commodore slightly better than 60, 1.51. He's driven around him, Mark. The Holden has smashed the Ford. 9.82 to an 11.17.
Ross was on the brakes early. I think the Commodore scared him as he went past him.
Oh, I reckon he did. Andrew said, a shout out to Patrick and Andrea, who are in the crowd. They've come all the way from Auckland to check out Race for Real. He said, have a good one, guys. Definitely. Oh, that's fantastic. From the land of the long white cloud. Patrick and Andrea, where are you guys? Congratulations. Coming over here. What a way to come over. Come from New Zealand. Come here.
Perfect.
Awesome. You get to see Sammy Jo racing her Commodore, who's just gone 1.98 in the 60. And an 11.30 this time. A little bit slower, Mark, for Sammy Jo.
Yeah, the car is a little bit off pace to what it was.
All right, back into the bikes. Unfortunately, the bike in the Aeroflow lane, he just left before the third amber. That's all right, just means he's trying.
That is, yes. Yep.
We got a message through from James. A shout out to Jake Sanderson, who has also come from, now don't quote me if I mispronounce this, but Bonnython in Canberra. Geez, they got some weird names for suburbs in Canberra. I hope Les isn't watching the live stream. You know. Or Ali Stewart. I'll probably get a message from Ali. No, you pronounced it wrong, Rocket.
I don't think Les would be too upset.
Probably.
He's not like that.
I don't think I could ever see Les getting upset. He's the most chilled out person I've ever met. And a great guy to commentate with as well. 9.30 to a 9.83 as the P-plater comes out, starts to spin that rear tyre for the burnout.
Oh. Just twists it on, bounces off the limiter.
Nice.
That's what the limiters are for, Mark.
It is. It's when you know you're on the limiter.
Yeah, Adam, I was going to bring out a sheep joke. You know? But, yes. Yeah, big shout out to Jake McNamara and the Fine Line Motorsports on their junior drags to win just recently down at the Bend. Yeah, that was a great effort there from Jake, who's becoming a very, very good racer. And I look interested to see where his progression goes, Steve, once he gets out of junior dragster.
Well, I'll just say that he's got some choices.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some pretty good choices. He can step from junior into his mum's Subaru, into Street Fighter. Then he's got his grandfather's Auto, or perhaps his uncle's alcohol funny car.
Yeah.
So you know, I think the progression's pretty much mapped out for him, Stu. To be honest,
he could do a real quick progression, couldn't he?
I guess, but yes.
Well, he could do a Brody Davies and jump straight into the alcohol car.
No, it was really good to see Jake take the win down there, but because just had a lot of misfortune, you know, small hiccups of cost races, and you know, it's great to actually get rewarded, and for all of the people that travelled down to the Bend, it's a massive commitment, time-wise and financially, obviously with the cost of fuel and all that sort of accommodation and all the associated costs with travelling away. But always good to come home with a little bit more luggage than what you went down with.
Well, I was just about to mention that Steve Carlson from Yeehaw Racing, he in the big fair lane, he picked up some silverware down at the Bend as well. So after they had the little whoopsie in the car. They fixed it all up and went down to the bend, and it's great to see the New Zealanders over here as well, competing at such a high level too in the Pro Mod and Door Slammer. But on that subject, I must say a big congratulations to Zoran Garjic and the whole Gas Racing crew. They won the Pro Mod Championship.
Oh, good on them. Excellent.
So they've got that Mustang very, very well dialed in. Yes, that's right, Adam. Brody Zappia. That was a bit of a surprise for me.
Yes.
Brody Zappia will be driving the AC Delco Monaro for Morris Fabietti. I mean, that's one of the most iconic modern day cars in drag racing, and I was real surprised by that, because I know that John Zappia, John's maybe looking at retiring after next season.
Yep.
And I thought maybe Brody might step into that car because he's been driving Zap's Rat, but yeah, for whatever reason he's joined the AC Delco Door Slammer team, and man, I hope he does really well, because Morris is a championship-winning car.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you talk about championships there too. That's Zoran's, at least his second one in Pro Mod. I'm pretty sure he took out the first championship for that class. So certainly that gas Mustang is very well suited to the class, and those guys definitely know what they're doing.
Yeah, they certainly do. And of course, Paul Mahiat is a big part of that operation as well.
Well, it's a good gathering of names in it. Like they all are at the top.
Yeah, there's a few feathers in the cap there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, Adam. Some young blood continuing the generations of racing. That's exactly right. Well, I'll tell you what, the Jenkins Performance Falcon mark, 1.83 in the 60. Nose up, and 11.78.
Yeah, he's just got to pick up that reaction time. And, yep, that thing's going to start to do some good numbers.
Yeah, those Ford Territories, Greenfinger, you know, we're very lucky here in Sydney, as I mentioned earlier, that we've got some quick ones. Don't see them very often, mind you.
Well, the CMV car.
Oh, yeah, Sam.
That is just an absolute weapon of a car. And like you say, we don't see it very often, but when it does, he comes out and impresses.
Oh, yeah, Sam from Hurstville Towing.
Yep.
Haven't seen Sam for a little while, as the little Hyundai Getz and the Mirage go head-to-head again. And unlike Mirage the Transformer, the Mirage in the Rocket Lane running on through with an 1834, 17.88 for the Getz. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, the good, strong burnout there from the P-plater in the Boomer.
I wonder if there's been some practice going on somewhere with that.
Yeah.
Here at Sydney Dragway, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
You can't miss a BMW, can you? They're so unique in their sound.
They are.
Sadly, it's almost like the computer's saying, no, you're not. No.
Well,
I'll put you in limp mode.
Well, he got the win at 11.90 at 114. As the Audi comes out now and about to take on the Integra.
Got the TT.
Yep. Yep. Oh, so we've got a bit of VTEC.
They've held their own, the TT in their styling, haven't they?
They have.
Considering, like, I think the first one came out in late 90s.
Yep.
Dare say.
I'm
sure Adam will be able to correct me on that.
They're a real nippy little car to drive. Yeah, I was lucky enough to have a drive on an Audi day out at the track down in, where is it? Just before Newcastle. Okay. It's a private track.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the farm it's called.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. yeah, went to an Audi day there, and Audi had a lot of cars there, and yeah, got to drive one of them around the racetrack, and geez, a really nice, well set up car.
Yeah, well, I mean, the TTs weren't spectacular on horsepower. I think they were just a well-balanced.
Yes, they were.
A well-balanced car.
Yep.
Were you speaking German by the end of it? Vorsprung des Technik? I can't do as well as Chris Diggles.
Chris can do just about any accent.
This is not a good sight.
Ross, the boss getting towed up the return road. What are you doing, Ross?
Okay, that's why he backed down.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it is indeed.
All right, well, the Hyundai has just absolutely smashed the Honda. I don't know what the Honda was doing. 4.43 seconds reaction time. Wow. But a 14.52 to a 14.45 as we've got the Pulsar about to take on the Falcon.
Well, this Falcon is no slouch either.
No.
Hooks up and just gets out of there.
Was this the one you said was manual earlier tonight?
Not this one, no. No. Not this one. The other one had radials on it. Well, I'll tell you what, two of the races, guys. We've got $2,400 up for grabs for the 000. That's also for bikes included as well.
13.1 at 112 miles an hour to a 17.1, 85 miles an hour.
All right, the Subaru taking on the Falcon.
Okay, Bushy. EB, EA.
I'm leaning towards EB.
Yeah, I'm going to say EB.
Yep.
I don't know if this WRX is one of the TS spec WRXs. But it's a nice little car. 1374 for him. It's moved around a little bit. The EL Falcon running on through with the 19.8. So I'm wondering if there's a little issue there for the Ford.
I was reading a bit of a write-up on those, and they were saying that the EA and EB are starting to come into their own now.
In terms of collectability?
Yes.
I would say probably, because you can still pick them up at a reasonable price.
Bargain price.
Yeah, well, bargain in comparison to other models, yes.
So you're going to convince Galvo to buy one home?
He's probably already got
He's had one. Actually, yeah, he had the XR, whatever they were, XR8s.
Yeah.
In the earlier ones.
Yeah, one of my uncles used to have one of the old EB, or was it EL? They bought the GTs out, their own ones. Yeah, he used to have one of those.
So what you're saying is if I hang on to my AU Fairmont,
yep,
it's going to be worth it.
Mate, you'd probably get $100 for it.
Take it to the scrapyard, they might give you $150.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Sorry
You're right.
at all.
You'll be able to buy a tyre for your Escort.
No, they are. Yeah, they probably, you know, what you've got is probably worth that more than what the others are.
Mine was supposedly enhanced by a previous owner, which wasn't. I'm being sarcastic.
Okay.
Yes, I do remember the Brock EB Falcon, Adam. Very vividly. But yes, it didn't come with an energy polarizer though. You know,
come with a rust repair kit.
Exactly right. But actually, on that subject,
was that around the time when he started racing
the Sierras?
The Sierra.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's funny. There was a post on Facebook today, and one of the old Dick Johnson Racing EA or EB Falcons, I think it's the EA. Someone's actually just restored it.
Yeah, it was on YouTube, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's going up to Bathurst this weekend.
Yep.
Of course, the Super is up there. Neil Crompton's going to be taking it for a little run around Mount Panorama.
Yep.
Which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, have you been watching the special on Perkins they're restoring Brocky's VN.
Yeah, the VN.
Yeah.
Yep, the old Advantage Racing. But I remember that. I remember those cars when they first came out.
Yeah.
And when they were at Amaroo Park. And that, of course, there's that very famous video on YouTube of Brocky manhandling around Bathurst.
Yep.
So I think we've really got to try and get some of these V8 supercar drivers to come out here and drag race.
Yeah, I'd like to see Matty.
Yeah, I would too.
So you reckon that's another theme night, Stu?
Well, I reckon that'd be a great theme night. We could have circuit versus drag.
Yep.
So like we've got JDM versus the World, we could have circuit versus drag.
Yep.
That'd be good. Well, look at this Falcon off the line, 1.80 in the 60. Well, I mean, we've had Craig Lowndes out here racing a Silverado.
I think he's actually raced a couple of different cars here over the time.
Has he?
The Silverado is the one that comes to mind, but
yes. Yeah, I'd love to get Lowndesy back here racing. Of course, Chad Naylon raced him that day in one of the other Silverados. I actually noticed Chad actually had a drive of Ford Sierra RS500 during the week. And he was
he's
pretty
been driving
stoked.
a lot of stuff lately, actually.
Yeah, I know.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Well, that's it.
Although, a fantastic opportunity. I think he was driving a Porsche, I saw.
Yeah, he had a drive of a Porsche. I might have been a little bit jealous.
Not as jealous as Mark would have been.
Nah.
No, you're right there. I've been lucky enough to be in the passenger seat of one. The Porsche Cup car.
Oh, beautiful.
A couple of laps of Eastern Creek.
Yeah. Yeah, well, 13.58, 16.59 as we continue on through. We've got another BMW.
The Beamers have definitely rocked in tonight, haven't they?
No, I'm wondering if we've got a BMW car group that Darren or someone hasn't told me about.
Snuck it in.
Yeah, he's absolutely. Well, Adam, did you put the call out to all the BMW drivers, did you?
Well, I think these two raced each other last time.
Well, that's down to the line, isn't it? 13.1 to a 13.0.
Yeah. 1/100th of a second difference over the Gulf Western Oil finishing line as this very tough one-tonner comes out.
Up against a tyre smoking Pulsar.
Yes. Why are the Black 1 Series BMWs always racing each other? I'd say it's just the way they've lined up, Billy.
Yeah, I'd say they're probably a couple of friends come out tonight.
Yeah, just having a fun night out here at Sydney Dragway. 12.45 for the Rocket Lane.
And 16.0 at 86 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane. We've got the Commodore Ute up against the, looks like a Toyota Chaser.
Yeah, the 1J. Little flash of flame out the back of it. About to take on the Commodore Ute. Because the Chasers, there used to be a few of them around Sydney. You don't see as many these days. There's probably one of our regulars that does come out.
They're quite a good little package.
Yeah. Well, that 1J motor is, you know, when you do a bit of work to it, it's actually quite a potent motor at the best of times.
Not a real super lot of difference between the 2J and the 1J.
Yeah.
Bit of capacity and a difference in the head.
Yes. Well, that just those little slight differences, though, has really made an impact. With the 2Js around the world, Volkswagen is off the line. 2.18 in the 60. Absolutely smashing the car next to him. 1440 out of that car. Now, for a car that doesn't look like much, that's a sleeper.
Yeah, indeed. And 16.1 at 87 miles an hour. V8 Commodore back out.
Yeah, running the nitrous. Taking on the Toyota Sora. Well, that Commodore, that looked better off the line. 1.86. Yeah. Oh, there's a bit of smoke coming out of the bottom of the Sora.
That's backed off a bit.
Yeah. 1381 with a 3. A 1208 with a 1 there for the Commodore. But, yeah, that was weird. There was a puff of smoke on the gear change.
Yeah.
And then a very big puff of smoke. And around just after half track, as we've got the BMW about to take on the Audi. That Audi too is quick. It's a very, very quick car, that one.
Yep. Such a great gear change to them. They're just so smooth.
Well, that BMW, look at it go 1176.
Yep. I think that's a gearbox that everyone's starting to rave about now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's at the 8-speed.
Yep.
I think, yeah, Pat was saying about that the other day, that a couple of the tuning shops have now developed a standalone computer for them.
Yep.
So you can put them behind anything.
Yeah, there's a guy over in the States that's just done one in an altered.
Cool.
It's a big write-up on YouTube all about what he done, how he done it, and yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're seeing now even in our professional cars, the racers using multi-speeds of gearboxes.
Yes.
Like, I think the Packer RX-9's got like a 7-speed box in it.
Yeah. Well, it just helps with the your ratios, doesn't it?
Keeps everything in the power band and singing along nicely. And you know, by having those sorts of gears available to you with the ratios, you can, you know, if you've got a cranky car, you can be cruising on the freeway without it, you know, screaming its lungs out.
And supposedly the box itself too is a bit of a bulletproof gearbox.
Yes.
So you don't need to spend so much money on the internals.
That's me touching wood, because I'd imagine they wouldn't be cheap.
No. I think where we're at the stage now, like it's been out for a while, so you know, people have developed the computer system for it, and they would have done all the adapter plates and everything. So yeah, that's usually after a while they start to come down in price and make it more affordable for the average Joe bloke.
I'd be interested to see how physically big the gearbox is in comparison to others, though, because obviously if you've only got a small car, then you might struggle to fit it in the tunnel. But you know, typically small cars they all have small tunnels. But I guess have angled grinder will fix.
Well, from what I've seen, it is a large gearbox. So yeah, it would be a chop it and make it fit.
Now, by the look of it, we've got a little bit of fluid on the start line. So we will have to get this just cleaned up. And just judging by the look of it, I don't know if they're going to do a quick spray. I thought they were going for the thinners, which tells me it could have been oil. But they are going to have a good look at the track from that last car that just went down right in the centre of the rocket lane.
I'll tell you what, Stu, we might go up to the big screen, get a few words from our sponsors, and we'll be back very, very shortly. And You're here with Aeroflow Race for Real, JDM versus the world.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Packlease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days, and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Packlease for the past 3 years, and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need, and we love being partnered with them.
Hey everyone, are you in business for yourself? Maybe you own and run a transport business and are eyeing off a new truck or trailer, or maybe you're a tradesman needing another essential tool. Well, here's a game changer for you. Check out Credit One Equipment Finance. They are Australia's top choice for financing for good reason. Whether it's transport, construction, farming, or any trade, Credit One Equipment Finance is perfect for your business. No matter your industry or equipment needs, Credit One Equipment Finance is your go-to solution. They understand that growing your business means having the right equipment and tools, which often requires substantial investment. With Credit One's diverse finance options, you can acquire your excavator, van, truck, crane, or whatever your job demands. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out over 1,800 glowing 5-star reviews on Google. That's right, 1,800 and counting. For competitive rates and solutions that beat the banks, and for lightning fast loan approvals, visit www.creditoneequipmentfinance.com.au or click the link in the video description below. Empower your business today with Credit One Equipment Finance.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level brand. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Welcome back, guys, here to Aeroflow Race for Real. It's our JDM versus the world theme night. We just had that beautiful blue Commodore go down the track a little bit earlier. Sensational run. Here comes Sammy Joe in the dialed-in racing Haltech. And shift right.
This car is going really, really well in it for a new car. Like it really hasn't been on the track for that long.
There's been a lot of work go into that car by Brian, Sammy, and also Brett Stutchbury as well. 0.023 on the tree for Sammy, so certainly not slow in the reaction time, and an 11.48 with a 2.
Yeah, definitely a little bit slippery off the line, a little bit out of shape, so it's not cutting a really good 60 foot.
No, and the air's not really there either. I mean, it's very hot here in Western Sydney today, and a little bit humid. And I dare say there's a fair few water granules floating around outside as well. Big thank you to George Runas, who's just purchased a membership. Of course, if you get a membership, they are YouTube ad-free.
Yeah, okay, yep.
So welcome, George. Just a quick little mop up in aisle 1. As this P-plater on the bike, who's having an absolute ball tonight.
Yeah, he's having a cracker, isn't he?
Taking on the green Kawasaki. Don't have any details on this rider, but I do know that this gentleman has been riding motorcycles in drag racing for a fairly long time. Well, 1.62 in the 60, still a little bit too quick on the lights, but running on through 9.44 at 147, and the P-plater running on through with 13.18 at 98 miles per hour. Certainly likes to get his feet up very quickly. Obviously confident enough, Mark, that he's got the balance of the bike straight off the hit.
Yep.
Just waiting for this bike just to bring himself into stage. Looks like he thought he might have deep staged there, Mark, but he didn't. No, he's right now.
Yep. Just.
Ooh. Just out of the groove and spun that rear tyre, and it just unsettled it.
Yeah, definitely done a good job to hang on to the bike.
Absolutely. It's one thing about staging the motorcycles. You know, you can put them in one spot and they're great. You get them out of that sweet spot, they just don't want to behave themselves at all. And particularly, you know, all the bikes that we have here on a Wednesday night, they all run a radial tyre. You know, even if they're stretched.
Yep.
Don't forget, guys, this Friday we've got Bike Night on. It's our dedicated motorcycle night. It is going to be huge. If you love bikes, guys, and all styles of bikes, make sure you do get out here. 2.24 in the 60. Nice 11:30. All right, Jane Boscovich about to come out now on her Kawasaki modified bike. No burnout this time.
No, I think she's just going to put pass after pass.
Yeah.
Just get used to the bike.
Yep.
Which is the right thing to do.
I don't know whether, I presume they put the auto gear change on it. They did say they'd probably do one pass and then turn it on, the auto shift. That's better. No 96 on the tree. 2.63 in the 60. Got a reaction time like a seasoned pro there, and running on through a 13.16. I'll tell you what, she's getting quicker.
Yeah, coming to terms with the bike.
Yeah, congratulations.
Well done.
That's awesome to see. the Lexus.
Yeah, up against the Beamer.
Yeah. Red light there for the Lexus. Just trying on that tree, which is good. Sometimes you've got to cut a few reds.
Yep. 12.5 at 113 miles an hour to a 12.8, 117 miles an hour. We got the Honda SUV down in the rocket lane.
Yeah, I think that's Dave. That is Dave Muscat.
Yep. Not sure what SUV is down in the Aeroflow lane this year.
Yeah, it's a
Prado.
Prado.
Yep.
Prado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a Prado without a camel head hanging out of the top of it.
We've got the wide body BM down below us here.
It's a Chaser.
Oh, it's a Chaser, is it?
Yeah, Chaser down here.
Sorry.
No, you're right. About to take on the Mitsubishi Mirage. Okay. Yeah, he's got that like fully sick drift style. Wide body kit.
Yeah, wide body kit definitely looks good on it.
Ah, they do. They suit it. Big turn of the tyres there for the Chaser. The Mirage, I mean, front-wheel drive cars aren't the easiest cars to get off the line at the best of times. Okay. Yeah, that's right, Adam. It's JDM. You know, first JDM. But, yeah, there's a lot of Euros here tonight, Adam. I think we should have had JDM versus Euro. All right, the Hyundai Getz, just waiting patiently. A little 1.6 litre, 4-cylinder.
Yep. Up against the TC.
TT got the better reaction time. Having said that though, the Getz no slouch either. Only marginally slower. But a nice 15.15. Don't forget guys, we've still got some more comp nights coming up as well here at Sydney Dragway. Our last one was a bullseye comp.
Yep.
So I dare say if we have a dial your own night. Hopefully we get a few more regular racers that race at Aeroflow Race for real who will have a crack at it.
Well, it's a good equaliser, isn't it? When you're dialing your own, it's pretty much up to you to know your car, what you dial in, and if you cut a good reaction time, you're pretty much on top of it.
Yeah, XNNRA, RB versus Baronite. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know exactly how many RBs we probably get here. You never know. Might get a whole heap of Skylines if the promotion's out there. Okay. All right, the Pulsar about to take on the i30N sedan. Korea versus Japan. The i30N a little bit slower in the 60 mark, but obviously the horsepower out of that engine has got him the win, but a 1499, 3.00.
Yeah, 17.0 at 85 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane. We've got the VH Commodore.
Yeah, VH is nice.
Up against the Honda down in the Aeroflow lane.
Yeah, I like the look of this VH.
Yeah, it's clean, tidy car.
And it would be a very nice weekend cruiser. Goes pretty well too. 2.03 in the 60 from him. I'll tell you what, bit of moving around half track. That's never a good sign in the Aeroflow lane.
12.8, 110 miles an hour for the Rocket lane. And 14.4 at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, the Honda, a lot of torque to steer down the top end of the track.
All right, we've got Battle of the Fords. We've got the Jenkins Performance Engines assisted Hoey down here. About to take on the Falcon Ute, which is used for burnouts as well as drag racing.
Yeah, it's definitely multi-use, isn't it?
Oh yeah, they just
gets a good workout.
They just love their motorsport, that father and son team.
We can still see the smoke lingering on the start line.
Yeah.
I think the Falcon in the Rocket lane is going to take this one though. 11.61 with a 9 through the finish line.
Well, speaking about RB, we've got the VL down here in the Aeroflow lane.
That didn't sound like a BMW. Now I haven't got a set of headsets on, so I can't hear the track mics. But through the glass, that didn't sound like a normal BMW burnout.
I don't know what motor it is in that one, but I've got my eyes on the Commodore. Well, I just moved around a little bit.
Yes, previous pass, the same thing, left the line a little bit out of shape, but pulled it back round.
11.33.
2 and 11.21 at 129 miles an hour to 126 miles an hour for the Rocket lane.
Well, the Pulsar just warming up those front tyres, and the Statesman has gone, yep, I'm going to smoke it out as well.
Yeah, the driver of the Pulsar loves the turning of the wheel left and right. Just making sure the drive shafts really know they're alive.
You got to share the punishment round.
That's it.
Yeah, I must admit, guys that are watching via YouTube, I love the VLs as well. Obviously, the VL Walkinshaws are my favourite because I'm a big Larry Perkins fan. But I can appreciate a lot of the VLs, like a lot of them, the ex-police cars.
Pulsar claims the scalp there, Stu.
Oh, he's got it.
Adding to the JDM tally there. They need all the help they can get at the moment.
Well, they do. Well, we've got another JDM out, the R33, about to take on the Commodore.
Yeah, the VZ Commodore.
Yeah, we used to have a huge amount of VL turbos here in Sydney back in the 2000s. I don't know what happened to a lot of the cars.
They probably got very valuable. That's what usually happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. Especially Turbo Calais, which most of them ended up being Turbo Calais. I'm not sure if they started life that way, but...
Funny ex-chasers. They were all ex-chaser cars too.
Yeah. All right, the little Volkswagen. Winding it up, about to take on the Hilux.
Yeah, the guy in the Hilux is having an absolute blast of his burnouts as well.
Yeah. Well, if you can't do it on the pad, this is the next best thing.
Yep.
Cliff said they blew up and rusted away or hit power poles. Yeah, hopefully they didn't hit any power poles, Cliff. But
so a pretty close race here. I think the Golf just out in front claims the win.
Well, I got the Lexus about to take on Berserk, this black VF Commodore. Also must thank Enviro Waste Services too, one of our great sponsors here at Sydney Dragway. They do a lot of work here at the track as well. So if you're out the back and you've got oil and you want to dispose of it safely, there are bins out the back that are provided by Enviro Waste Services.
Which is great.
Yep.
It's pretty hard to dispose of that correctly.
That's right. All right.
Okay, the vet back out again, Stu.
Yeah.
Seeing it been running 10.8s. Virtually every pass. I think the first pass he was 11.2, and then after that it just went straight to the 10.8s.
So taking on that BMW, which isn't that far behind him either.
No. Oh, 10.9, 124 miles an hour to an 11.3, 125 miles an hour.
Yeah, see, the speed's not as high as you'd expect for a 1099 compared to the BMW in the other lane, who was actually slower by 0.3 there and quicker by 1 mile an hour.
Yep.
All right, we've got the Creative Customs Ute out there with the twin turbos, taking on the WRX. Well, they can get the car off the line relatively well, Mark.
Yeah, they do. 11.61.14 just doesn't have that real big top end charge, does it?
No.
For a twin turbo car.
All right, got this nitrous assisted Commodore down here in the rocket lane. About to take on the Chaser. Tell you what, at the street level, Mark, nitrous has really started to make a comeback, hasn't it? Here at Aeroflow Race for Real.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot more cars come out with it. I'm not sure how it goes with the more quicker cars. If it's still as popular as it used to be.
I think it's just more the modern ones use it just to spool their turbos up just a little bit quicker. But, you know, with Sammy Joe's car getting nitrous soon, that Commodore there going down with nitrous.
Yeah.
And, you know, a few of our bigger cars that come out on the odd occasion that do have them.
Well, there's guys that just, you know, like Hazy swears by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Krieger. So there are guys, you know, with the big cars that just love it.
Yeah. Carolyn Hayes.
Yep.
All right, we've got the XPT 400 Falcon back out in rocket lane. Been running very consistent all night.
Geez. Left the line at a 1.3.
Yeah, they're consistently in that 1.38 60-foot mark, and not on the brakes this time. It goes an 11.19 with a 2.
Only at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So they must have backed out of that. Still early, but just didn't jump the brakes.
Well, this beautiful looking Commodore down here in the Aeroflow lane.
Because that car at 11.1, that should be like 127, 128 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'd say about there's probably a fair estimate, Mark.
Okay, Commodore stopped.
Yep.
Pretty much after the burnout.
I think that's why we saw I was just going to make a comment that the tail lights were flickering. I'm guessing he was on the button trying to start it back up. Unfortunately, the start line crew pushing him back towards the water.
Yep.
Yeah, the boys getting their leg exercises. I mean, it's one thing to push a car back, But, you know, I was watching some racing videos just recently from America with the top fuel bikes. You know, you got one guy pushing back a heavy bike and a heavy rider.
Yeah.
You have to be damn fit.
Some of these cars too, if they got a full lock diff, they don't like to turn.
Yes.
They're really, really hard. They just, you hear them when they're driving along, they just clunk, 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 and skipping the wheels and everything because they're a lock diff.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate there for the Commodore. Hopefully there's nothing bad. Hopefully they'll be able to get that car turned around and bring it back out for another pass.
You do see a few cars do that. They'll do a big burnout, and if they jump off it too quick, they just get a gutful of fuel into them.
Yep. All right, we're back into the bikes. I think a lot of our motorcyclists gearing up for Friday for our bike night.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge night.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah, racing kicking off at 6 p.m. and we'll finish around 10 p.m. Great way to start your weekend.
There you go, Commodore's fired back up.
Wow, 10:49, 144 miles per hour. Wow, that's travelling. The rider down here in the rocket lane. We're ready to let loose. Not sure what this rider was doing down here. He's not been instructed to do his burnout. Oh, .001 red for the rocket lane. Oh, that is heartbreaking.
It is.
That's a tease. You know, that's all it is. You missed all that money by a blink of an eye.
Probably a fraction of a blink.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah.
Well, that's also if his bike is eligible too. Yeah, we don't have a lot of NA Type Rs here tonight, Cookie Boy. I was hoping we might have a couple of Honda Civic Type Rs make their way out. Got a couple of Integras.
Okay, looks like the Commodore will be moving out once we... Yep. Which is good.
Oh, that's good. They've rectified whatever it was.
Yep. Something in Semi Joe.
Oh, 9.82, 154 miles per hour for that bike down there in the rocket lane.
And 11.4, 131 miles an hour.
No, I haven't actually seen that video as yet, Adam. The Travis Pastrana video from Bathurst today. I know he's out on track, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I will be doing that after I finish here at the track. Well, yeah, that's one thing, Cookie Boy. We did have one rotary here tonight. It had a Mazda RX-8. But I haven't seen the RX-8 come back as yet. All right, Jane Boscovich out on the bike. Certainly starting to get a little bit more comfortable on it, getting quicker and quicker.
Okay, just a quick reset of the lights and just roll the bike back into stage.
Unfortunately, no time recorded there. But you know what? It's all data.
Yep.
It's all seat time, which is most important.
Yeah, they'll get that readout from the bike itself.
Absolutely. And, you know, that class of motorcycle drag racing, which I predominantly commentate with Steve on, modified bike, you know, it is such a cutthroat bracket at our New South Wales State Champ rounds, aside from our big national events. So, you know, it's about being consistent down the end, but the reaction time is just ultra important. So, you know, it's a class that has really boomed in the last 10, 15 years. Like the actual quality of racing in that class is just mind-boggling. All right, Sammy Joe up against the Commodore. 1.71 this time.
Yeah, Sammy Joe's car's just turning tyres every time off the line.
Yep.
She's got the reaction time, but not the 60.
Yeah, 2.12 in the 60 for Sammy Joe.
And she's into the 11s, so yeah.
Well, it's good to see a first timer out here in the Boomer. Hopefully they get the bug. Yeah, and just as I say, I haven't seen a Honda Civic Type R. Here's one that comes out.
Rolled on out.
One comes through the tunnel. Top stuff. I know there's a couple of them that are getting around Sydney that are in the process that haven't been tuned. Yep. I don't know to what degree of tuning, because a lot of the stuff that I see on Facebook and particularly YouTube from here in Australia, there doesn't seem to be a lot of people that are going to that side of the Hondas. Look, I know they're expensive. They're not a cheap car. They're around that $85,000 mark. But, you know, even just the tuning side of it, it doesn't seem, well, from what I can see, it's not an overly good car that people are gravitating towards to do the tuning side. I mean, they are a quick car out of the factory as it is anyway.
So you reckon the people that are spending the money on the cars just don't want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a guy out here that had a white one, and you know, he had the laptop plugged up to it.
Yep.
But yeah, you don't see a lot of the owners come out here and race them. But a 1333, they're very much what I would classify more circuit rather than drag.
Okay. And 14.8, 99 miles an hour.
All right, the Honda CR-V about to take on the Prado. Oh, identical reaction times, 0.149.
Prado just got that better in the 60. And just keeps improving on the top end of the track. 16.4, 83 miles an hour to an 18.0, 75 miles an hour.
You know, that's a pretty good pass there for that car too. I mean, that's a big, heavy car.
Well, we've got the XY up against the Pulsar.
Cookie Boys has just suggested for a drag night EV versus ICE. Yeah. I mean, if you start... Cookie Boy, if you start mentioning anything about Teslas, you are going to fire up one of our YouTube people that watch. And we don't have EV chargers here at the track, so. All right, the Hyundai i30N taking on the Honda.
Oh. Both cars are leaving the line, just squealing tyres.
Yeah, I don't know if that i30N has been up to Hornsby and visited Tristan and the gang at Cherry Tuning. As the Commodore just baits those rear tyres. And the Falcon, well, we know it loves to smoke. But that was a good strong burnout there out of the Commodore.
Yeah, it was indeed. Just instantly ignited those back tyres.
The Commodore 1.7 in the 60 this time. Maybe that little bit of extra heat in those rear tyres has benefited him. 12.25 at 111. Marco's back. G'day, Marco. Two BMWs about to go head to head. The sedan up against the convertible.
Both cars just slowly easing into the lights. Convertible just got that little bit too early.
I would have said you got a little bit too cocky there. Oh, the hazard lights are on in the rocket lane.
11.8.
Just to rub salt into the wound.
Absolutely.
What happened to the JDM when I was gone, Marco? Well, we've actually got more of the world here rather than JDM. We'll see if the Pulsar can get another win.
Yeah, I think he won last time out at the start line, Stu.
Yep.
But the other car was a bit slow off the start line. He's thrown it away with the red light this time.
A bit unfortunate there. But hey, at least he's trying. And still in a good pass though, 14.52 out of that car. 13.18 there for the Beamer. As we've got Imposter about to come out now. Another BMW. They're about to take on this Mitsubishi Lancer. G'day Ray, who's just tuned in to the via YouTube. Well, the Lancer has got the jump. See if the Beamer can hunt him down, the Imposter.
Well, the chase is on. Doesn't have a lot of real estate. I think he'll get there.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, jeez.
Didn't. A 0.16 across the finish line.
Wow.
Well, 10.9, 127 for the Beamer. So, yeah, definitely on a hot chase.
All right, the Statesman just getting a little bit too rowdy in the burnout.
A little bit too excited.
I I don't know if those Mercs are twin turbo, Cookie Boy. Well, I'll tell you what, the Golf, much slower on the reaction time, but he's driven around the Holden, and the Volkswagen's going to get the win with a nice 14.41 at 98 miles per hour as the R33 comes back out, taking on the Hilux.
Just tagging the limiter there. Now, if it's a Hilux of that age, it's probably got 350,000 on the clock.
Still like new.
Yeah.
Well, back then they were unbreakable, weren't they?
Well, I think that's still the case, Stu, but I'm sure doing a big burnout and tagging the limiter, it's not doing it any favours.
No.
Just making it feel alive, that's all.
Well, let's see what this R33 can do. He's ahead of him around half track. He's driven around the Hilux. And a nice 15.45 there at 90 miles per hour to a 16.76.
Yes, I dare say we'd say the Skylines and then A.
Yep. All right, we've got the WRX up against the Corvette. Now, I'm not sure if this Corvette is a standard one or if it's the ZL1. Slower in 60 this time. No, nice 10.97. So consistently in that high 10 mark.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Although if it was Dolly Roan Racing, he might be struggling a little bit. Because he's a little bit all over the shop with the in the 10s.
Yeah, yeah, he's run 10.8s and then it dropped back now to 10.9s.
Yeah. Right,
maybe we're just losing a bit out of the air.
I don't think the air's overly crash on. As Berserk goes 11.78 at 128.
And 11.9 at 119 miles an hour.
All right, we've got this nitrous-assisted Commodore.
And up against the VL.
Yeah, that's nice, that VL. That is a beautiful-looking car.
Commodore in the rocket lane on a good run here. 11.97 with an 8, 115.
And 10.8, 127 miles an hour for the Aeroflow. So yeah, definitely turbo VL.
Yep. Yep, a little bit of RB power. All right, the XPT 400. Been cutting some great laps all night. Here at Aeroflow Race for Real, it's our JDM versus the World theme night. Taking on the Sora.
And it's been 60 footing at a 136 all night long.
Yeah, well, another puff of smoke out of that car again,
Yes.
just half
Yeah,
track. So it must be when he's doing the gear change.
It was the same spot last time,
Yeah.
run, I think, just around the half track mark.
Yeah. Yeah, that Falcon, you know, 1.38, 1.36, 60 foot.
Yep.
And he's got slicks on the rear end of that car as well.
Yeah, it definitely hooks up off the line.
All right, the Creative Customs Ute. It's got the LS under the bonnet with a couple of turbos that are just poking out through the top of the bonnet.
Seemed to have punched it a little bit harder in the burnout that time. See how it goes.
2.01 in the 60 this time. So it's given it a little bit more gentle off the line. It's much better pass. Yeah, at 11.32 with the 4 at 125.
So yeah, it's definitely slowly stepping that car up.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're running the engine in or something like that.
Seems like it. Yeah, like, because the performance has got to be there. Like the setup that's on there.
We'll tell you what, the bikes have been turning it on tonight as well. Here at Aeroflow Race for Real, and another good 10-second pass at 145 for the Rocket Lane.
And 11.2, 118 for the Aeroflow lane.
All right, our racer on the green Kawasaki is back out. Staging at the moment a little bit more in the centre of the lane compared to where he normally stages.
Yep.
1.68 in the 60. That's a little bit better. He has a tendency to keep his right leg out when he's going down the track. At a 9.61, it works for him. 145 miles an hour out of that bike. All right, Jane Boscovich coming out now on board her Kawasaki. The extended swing arm. Getting more comfortable on the bike. Slowly stepping it up.
Just gone in a little bit too deep and just rolled the beam. So won't get any ETs or anything on that pass.
981 and 153. Wow.
Just been punching that big miles an hour all night on that bike.
And consistently in that 980.
Yep.
All right, Sammy Joe coming out now. Car just running just a little bit off tonight.
Yeah, just watch when it leaves the line. Just turns the tyres.
It's got the 6-litre LS underneath the bonnet. All naturally aspirated at the moment. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Marco. They do have some guts riding like that on the bikes, especially at that speed. All right, Sammy Joe.
Okay.
Start line's just a little bit tricky for a lot of our races tonight. But a 10.28 for Sammy.
Miles. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either, just quietly, but...
Because she definitely didn't cross the line at 20 miles an hour.
No, not at all. All right, got the Mitsubishi Mirage about to take on the Hyundai Getz. It's a battle of the pocket rockets down on track. Too much between them in the 60.
No, it's probably the closest pass they've had all night.
Yeah.
The Get's just starting to pull away.
So a good pass from both those cars. 17.7. Yeah.
Alexis wanting to claim some points. Out in front at the moment, Stu. I think it's going to stay that way. But did leave the red light on the Christmas tree.
Right, the Honda Civic Type R about to come out now. Taking on the Audi TT. Dare say the Honda would be a manual. My favourite touring car ever, Cookie Boy. My favourite would have to be the VL Walkinshaw. That would be my favourite touring car. Yours, I'm guessing, would be a red and white A9X Tirana?
Yeah, the LX hatchback.
LX hatchback, yeah.
Yep. The one that led for 6 laps, and Brocky broke the lap record on the last lap just to show everyone how strong the car was.
Yeah. What was yours be, Steve?
Well, I'm a bit biased, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
we're not all like that, you know.
No, of course not. Well, we just had our Cortina Nationals up at Bathurst this week, just gone.
Yes.
So a big celebration of the GT 500.
Yep.
And also was for the 60 years from the last time that the Cortina won Bathurst outright. So won 62, 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 5, I think it was. And 65 was the last time. So we had 175 cars.
Geez, that's good.
And 320 people to a dinner on Saturday night.
Wow.
So yeah, it turned into a lot bigger event than I think what my president originally planned for. But what a fantastic weekend away.
Sensational.
Yeah. So I will say that I'm biased towards a
Cortina.
Cortina, yeah.
Yep.
I've got very fond memories of going to Amaru Park and seeing Bob Pearson racing in the Product Motorsport Ford Cortina that used to race in Group End Appendix J.
Yeah, he had 2, didn't he? I think he had a red and a gold one
and a white one, creamy white.
Yeah.
Yeah, and green, I think it was, as well. Actually, I believe it was his birthday, I think, this week as well, Bob Pearson. All right, the Falcon Ute is out, the shift light ablaze.
They have a way of piercing through the smoke, don't they? The shift lights.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, it does sound insane, Adam, the Mazda 787B, but it's not a touring car. Marco said he had a blue Mark II Cortina. He used to own one.
Okay, cool. They were pretty well represented on the weekend. I don't know the actual split, but there was each of the Cortina model was actually pretty well represented.
So the Cortinas were then virtually taken over by the Mini, wouldn't they, Bushy?
I know that there was a win in there in between the first and the last. At least one was a Mini. I'm sorry, my Bathurst history is not that awesome, but they certainly held their own for what they were. The Mini was obviously a very nimble car not having the horsepower that the Monaros and the Falcons had, but certainly made up for it in being able to stop better and be more fuel efficient.
Well, that's what the LJ up against the GT Falcon. That's the year they won. That was what got them through. Was not having to have the brake changes and fuel.
Yeah. So I mean, it just shows that sometimes it's not all about horsepower.
No.
The best sounding V8 has to be the Dick Johnson XD Falcon. Yeah. Funnily enough, Cookie Boy, my actual favourite sounding Ford, and there was actually a poll on Facebook about that on one of the car pages that I'm on. I've got to say that one of my favourites, it was the Alan Moffat Synovus Falcon.
Oh, yeah.
Because it had a totally different style of motor. I think it was carbureted. And tell you what, that every time you heard that car coming across the top of the mountain, you knew exactly who it was.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I remember when Walkinshaw bought the 2 Jags out.
Yeah.
You could hear them coming up through the mountain. And, like, I'm not a Jag fan, but, geez, they sounded good under full noise.
Oh, check that out. Launch 1.35, both front wheels off the deck in XPT 400, and he got off it very, very quickly. No, I didn't call the Walkinshaw a supercar. No, it's a touring car, the Walkinshaw. It's made famous by Tom Walkinshaw and the Holden Racing team, of course, and also Larry Perkins.
Yep.
With the old Castrol livery car that he had.
Yeah, Perkins definitely showed them all up when they all went to the 5.7. He stuck with the 5 litre and won the race.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did that for a number of years, didn't he?
Yes.
I think stuck with it well past the switchover date where everybody went to the bigger capacity.
Yep. He was designing his own fuel injections, and he had he was the designer of the slide blade fuel injection, everything, and it just revolutionised the 5 litre.
Well, funnily enough, Cookie Boy, I used to go to Bathurst and Amaru Park when the Alphas were actually racing in the super touring, and they actually weren't a bad sounding car. It's funny though, you know, you don't see a lot of Alphas around on the road. I mean, I know they're still in business, but you don't see a lot of them on the road. Very rarely do we see an Alpha come out here to race for real and have a crack. Now the Corvette's just gone 1.77 this time in the 60, so it should be another a little bit slower on this pass, an 11.00. As we are back into the bikes. I guess there's a big question too, which I asked Chris Dickles about last night on his YouTube, or sorry, his Facebook Live, which he probably didn't get a chance to answer, but you know, the race is really on at the moment, boys, for the first 5-second rotary pass here in Australia. Pack Performance already went 6.0 at a test day here before they. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. I think there's, you know, obviously Packer at the forefront of drag racing for rotaries, but, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of other workshops that probably aren't that far off either.
Yeah, Pack seems to be put in so much testing, don't they, on their vehicles, and I think with their links overseas.
Without a doubt, Mark, that there's definitely a lot of networking going on, and I think that obviously once you get to a certain point in any sort of racing, you've really got to be able to network and connect yourself to everybody that's in the industry, that they may not provide a product to you when you start doing something, but you know, I guess as technology moves, you know, that particular company might move into a particular area that they weren't in 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean? And therefore then offer a product that works. Like, I'm sure we were talking about the transmissions before. If you'd said to somebody 20 years ago that you need a multi-speed gearbox to get down the racetrack, like a 7-speed gearbox, they would have laughed at you.
No, well, everyone was playing with glides.
Like
two-speed glide.
Power glide. You probably couldn't get, looking at what we're using now, the 2-speed power glide, although a fairly strong box, is probably the most counterproductive.
Yes.
When you're looking at trying to tune the car to run consistently and at that level. Do you know what I mean? That they found that obviously keeping the engine in the power band is what's going to keep it accelerating and moving on. Now, I haven't studied or looked at the runs from the pack car, for example, but to me the mile an hour is just not there. It's obviously accelerating very quickly and it's getting to the 60 foot, sub 1 second quite easily in many different varying track conditions and whatnot. But I think the run I saw was 240 something mile an hour.
Yep.
Like a 6.1 or something.
Yep.
And I'd imagine that the Anthony Matook's speeds and like Rod Harvey and all the other guys that have run into the 5. So Viv McHale, another one, they're probably another 10 or 15 mile an hour on top of that.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a fair difference.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but achieving that,
yes,
it is a huge amount to where you can get that from in what part of the track. And
yes,
yeah.
I also feel that obviously the pack team spends all the time doing the testing and development, not only for their own car, but also that filters back into the cars that they're building. They've obviously got a very good business there, building cars from complete restoration, street cars, right up through to tuning and running many quick cars that are more suited to racing purposes, not even just drag racing. There's circuit cars that rely on their expertise in engine tuning and whatnot as well. So yeah, all of that tuning, all of that networking, all feeds the experience for the customer.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the ones that's paying for the circle to continue, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I guess a good thing for them, for them too, and I go back to what I was saying with trying to be the first to break into the 5s here in Australia and Rotary. They've got the advantage where they've got the R&D behind them with the 13B. They are still working with the 20B. Now Samson X got the 26B on the inside in his Camaro. And that's a totally different motor again. It's just got so much torque. But yeah, I don't know whether it's a limiting factor with the rotaries, because obviously, from what I can see, the development side of it hasn't progressed to the point I think where they can run a 5. And like Steve said, you've got the RBs and you've got the 2Js, which have already done it. But I just think they're going to be a fair while off before we see that happen. But having said that, they've already gone 6-0. So,
well, Stu, I mean, I don't think they're that far away from doing it, to be honest. But I mean, yeah, racers can spend a lot of time chasing half a tenth of a second.
Yeah,
that's right.
And it doesn't sound like much, but we look at Pro Stock as another one of those categories where, the racers will spend 20 grand on the dyno and be happy that they've walked away with 2 horsepower more than what they had when they turned up.
Yeah.
And that 2 horsepower could be what they're looking for.
Is the difference between moving in the right direction or not. It hints at a combination. A small gain tells them that they're in the right. They're moving in the right direction.
And it can be just that perfect day that gives them.
That's right. You look at Johnny Ricker when he just recently down at the bend. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that car is an animal. Let's be honest. I mean, it's probably the biggest talked about car in the country at the moment, across all forms of drag racing. That Camaro of his with the screw blower is just off its head. And yet we're still waiting. I haven't seen Zeta's car hit the track yet. his twin turbo Camaro with the big tyre on it. So, you know, that's another car that will start probably getting people to turn their heads and go, wow.
Yeah.
And that just shows you, like, Pro Mod. Like, I know Pro Mod is limited to a 585 fixed index. But, you know, if they did a round of racing where they go, you know what, we'll let you guys let them off the leash. Admittedly, you know, they've got rules they've got to run to. But it's just scary with those cars. I mean, I know door slammers aren't slow by any stretch of the imagination, but these things are just a totally different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
And I like the category too, because you've got a bit of everything in there. You've got nitrous versus turbo versus blower.
Yeah.
And you've got guys like John Zapier that have got slammers, but they can bring them back, and they actually had a crack in the Pro Mod class and run a 585. He did that in Zap's Rap, I believe, on the weekend.
Okay, yep.
So...
Well, convertible down there with a nice, fairly large burnout.
Yeah, it's good to see our regulars out here having a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, JDM was lacking a little bit tonight, that tuner guy.
Yeah, I think we're lacking a bit of representation.
Yeah. Yeah, all the Supras stayed home.
Yeah.
We didn't get a lot of Toyotas, got a few Hondas. Didn't get many Mazdas out here.
But I think for the amount that turned up, they done well.
Oh, absolutely.
12-1 to a 12-4.
I'm wondering if our BMW drivers have had a bit of a chinwag in the staging lanes, being that there's no burnouts tonight because it's a theme night. Here's another one in the rocket lane, trying to smoke out the Pulsar that's in the...
I'll tell you what, the Pulsar has been no slouch tonight, but I think he may have met his match. This time, 1.94 on the 60 there for the BMW driver in the Aeroflow lane. Nice 13.08 at 103 to a 14.24.
Well, Falcon back out again. Let's see what he can do off the starting line this time, Stu.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the last one, it launched, and it launched hard. Didn't have the hang on the hall or the height, but it certainly would have grabbed his attention. Well, that's better than 60. 1.35. That's about his best 60 tonight so far.
And again, backed out of it real early.
Yep.
So I wonder why he's backing out before the end of the track.
It's a bit weird unless he's got the passenger on board and...
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, we've got a battle of the General's finest. Got the Corvette up against the Commodore. The Vet.
Yeah, very slow off the line.
Yep. So unfortunately there for the Vet. A little bit of an issue maybe getting that car off the line. But you know what, he's had a fun night. He's been out here doing plenty of laps.
Yeah, well, he's got a big fistful of time cards that state some really good times. So, yeah, you should be real happy with the car.
Yeah, might have gone into limp mode, Cookie Boy. It's been very, very hot out here in Western Sydney today. I've actually got a little bit of sunburn today. I'm sure a lot of our other track staff that were here this morning and today have got the same thing. Well, both bikes getting plenty of heat into that rear tyre. See what this rider down here in the rocket lane. See if we can be consistent again.
Well, red for the Aeroflow lane. Way red, so you won't get any ET at all. But 10-1, 143 miles an hour for the rocket lane.
Yeah, I don't know whether he just spun that rear tyre just momentarily. Don't forget, guys, Saturday we've got an official test and tune. So if you want to enter, I would suggest you get your entries in as soon as possible. There's about 5 spots left. All right, we've got Ford versus Holden. Got the Falcon Ute about to take on the Commodore.
I think the Falcon Ute just about had bald tyres.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be far off it, Mark.
Had a crack at the tree. Unfortunately, a little bit too quick there for the Falcon. The Commodore with the nitrous on board. Running on through, another 11.08 with a 2. The Falcon sounding nice and strong in the burnout. About to take on the Hyundai Y30N.
Well, Falcon well and truly out in the lead. Goes through 14.3, 97 miles an hour, to a 15.3 at 99 miles an hour.
Oh, looks like we've got to battle the BMWs. The convertible up against the sedan. All right, the little white BMW convertible is back out for another run. Something flapping around off the back of that silver car in the rocket lane. But a 12.09 1 to a 12.48. As we got the XPT 400 back out.
Oh, he's up against the VL. This would be a good pass.
See if you can do another 1.3560. Car just getting better and better as a little bit more rubber goes down. VL doing a good runs tonight as well.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Another 1.35 in the 60 this time. Is he going to run it out the back door? Sounds like he's got off it again.
Yep.
It goes 10.89 with a 2. At 86 miles an hour. No, 12.28 there for the Commodore.
I think that tells us why he's backing that Falcon down.
Oh, yeah.
It's got some good ETs under its belt.
Well, you have to be happy with the short times tonight in that car.
Yeah, absolutely. The way it's leaving the line.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost leaving the line like a super sedan. It's
Yeah, you hear those tyres, they're not turning, but it's just giving it that twist.
Yep. And, you know, he's not aimed to try and put the thing up on its rear bumper either.
No.
Well, guys, that looks like that is it for tonight's Aeroflow Race for Real, the JDM versus the World theme night. And the World have absolutely smashed the JDM cars, 43 to 23. But it was a great night of racing. Big thank you to all our spectators that have come out tonight. And particularly if it was your first time here at Sydney Dragway, guys, we do hope to see you back.
Yep, absolutely. Have a safe trip home, and to the people that did come visiting, it's good to see us, and all the guys on the net as well. It was great reading all your comments in there. Yeah. Yeah, JDM, sorry, the world beat you.
That's right.
All right. As Stewie and Mark have said, that it was a fairly convincing win to the world in this occasion, but I'm sure the next time we have this particular theme, the JDM cars will come out in force, and the score will be a little bit closer next time around. There was a few cars here that we were hoping to see that just hasn't eventuated. But as Stewie and Mark have mentioned a few times tonight, don't forget this Friday night we will be having our bike night, October the 10th, and then of course on the 11th, Saturday the 11th, we have a test and tune from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then of course next Wednesday night we'll be having our Aeroflow Race for Real, and then Friday our Friday night lights, so that a similar function to tonight, but just with a quicker ET and an extra hour of racing. So that basically sums up the next week and a half or so of racing. And on behalf of Sydney Dragway and all of the board here, we thank each and everyone for coming out, and we look forward to seeing you trackside in the very near future. Have a good night. Be safe on the roads.